Hey, yo, hello, what's up my friends, how are y'all doing? JD Jam when? That'll be fun actually. If someone can animate the emote, I would definitely, that would be very cool actually. Yeah, hello, Mr. Contradictions. Potato salad, aka salty nutted. Ramen champ builds, hello crazy dirt turtle, one drunk man as usual. Dennis, if you're still here. Nuclear nachos, Vinkeys. Hey Contra, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Thank you so much. P Cool Board, hey John, how are you? Trimagistus, hello. Raz, oh my god. Dennis, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. You're very nice. Very nice person. I really appreciate it. You're way too nice. Even though you don't have to do this. I should be the one paying you, not you paying me. Well, Chill Gam, hello. Karma. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anyone, did I? I don't think so. Obsidian. Hello. Ninewalker, welcome. Please give me keyboard. Free keyboard plus. Pokemon? Well, we missing Pokey? Is Pokey coming to view my stream tonight? That would be cool. I imagine. Do you like duck? Yeah, I think duck boards are pretty cool. I personally think that a lot of duck boards, actually duck boards pulled a lot of people into the hobby. But you know, I think a lot of people don't actually realize, but they actually have been historically quite important in the hobby as far as custom keyboards go, because wait a second, I'm just adjusting some parts of my why is my hold up, I'm just gonna set my camera settings a bit. Okay, I think it's a little too bright, so I think that's good. Alrighty. But yeah, duck boards actually pulled a lot of people into the hobby. Back in like 2016 or so, the Duck Viper V2 and the Duck Eagle V2 were huge. Like there are these super popular photos on the RMK that really set off popularity for custom keyboards, and a lot of people got into custom keyboards because of Duck. So yeah, they have history. And people say, like, you know, they're like 11 degrees or whatever, but I think if you can fix your posture, or at least use, in my case I use armrests, so let me show you. Like my chair has these elbow rest armrests, so basically I type like this because I can actually rest my elbows and keep my wrists straight, so 11 degrees is no problem for me. You guys are lit? No, you're lit. I love y'all. I love you. But yeah, Tegnota Coda, how are you? A Timo pulled me into the hobby. That one's a cute little board. Can't listen with volume. Hope my lip reading skill is good. Wait, hold on. Is my volume not set properly? If anybody's having any issues with audio, please do let me know. I think the music might be a tinge loud, so I'm gonna lower that a bit. Audio's good? Okay. Did someone say TMO? Timo? I did. And someone else said Chill Gam. Is it? It's copy pasta time? I don't think I still have it on my Streamlabs thing. No, I don't anymore. I used to though. I used to have the whole copy pasta already in the chat box thing. Too bad. Too bad. All right. So for those who don't know, some news, I guess, personal news, I suppose. So today I had this important presentation thing that I've been preparing for the past few weeks, which is why things kind of slowed down, and I actually didn't stream for, I mean, not as frequently rather. I didn't stream as frequently the past month or so. So that was why I had that today. It went okay, if you're curious. I'm kind of nervous about it, actually. I actually don't find out until maybe a month from now how I did, quote unquote. Very anticlimactic though. It was tough. They asked me some tricky questions and I was stumped over those, but got to the end, so we're good. I'm sure it went great. I hope so. I mean, I hope I made a good impression, and that's good enough. Best case scenario, I'm just told, hey, you missed these questions, so all you gotta do is review these topics or take a class in this case. So in my case, I'm in grad school, so it's just oh, you can take this class to brush up on some of those things that you missed. And worst case scenario, they tell me you gotta redo this oral presentation, and that would suck because it's very tedious. And they also grill you with questions, and yeah, it's no fun presenting to people that actually know everything you're talking about, or likely know a lot of what you're talking about, because it gives them the power to ask you any question, and they basically are just pretending to not know, and you have to answer right. And if you don't, they'll be like, "Oh, are you sure? Is that right? Oh, I see." But yeah. Vinkeys, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Thank you so much for 4 months. Bowboards, thank you so much for 3 months on the 3-month streak. Oh, you have now a new badge, sub badge. But yes, this part is done. So we flip the page and we continue. Killerak asks, what was your first custom board? Oh, my first custom board was actually a Duck Octagon V1, which I actually still own. It's a board that I cherish a lot because it obviously brings back memories from when I first started in the hobby, and I purchased that board almost 4 years ago. I got that board, and that was my first custom board. I think it had Milky Gateron black switches at the time. They weren't too good though, the stabs were not great, and so I had to desolder them and rebuild. But yeah, that was my first custom keyboard. And you can't bullshit? Yeah. There's no way to bullshit around those things. Yeah. But yes, we move on. Oh, Spectrum? Spectrum, don't you fucking dare. Oh, no. It's actually not too bad actually right now. It's a bit might spike up and down a little, but I think it's been doing okay. That sounds like my personal hell. Yeah. I hope they didn't troll you and act like you were wrong, even though you were right. Oh, they actually did. Contradictions. They actually did. Someone asked me a statistics question. They were like, "Oh, what is the formula for?" In this case, it was sensitivity, specificity, right? And I was like, "Oh, it's this." And they're like, "Oh, are you sure? I think it was this." I'm like, "What does this mean?" And I was like, "No, it's this. I'm pretty sure." And he was like, "Okay, I'm not sure, but let's move on." And I was like, this is a trick question. But anyway, what do you consider a custom board? A custom board is basically, so in the case of, this keyboard, a custom board will be, normally it'll come with the case, it comes with a plate and a PCB, and it comes unbuilt. So a custom keyboard is where you can actually pick all of the parts. So you can pick the color of this case, you can pick the switches that you put on, you can pick the type of plate that you put on, and of course the keycaps. But a custom plate is basically anything that allows you to change all the components. I think pre-builts already come with a designated type of switch, stock keycaps that are a specific color, and it all comes pre-soldered and pre-installed. So that would not be a custom board, but you can make a custom board if you actually undo it, right? So and rebuild. That would be a custom build, but from a pre-build, right? So yeah. finally got my hands on lats. Congratulations. I actually missed the GMK, was it Serica? GMK Serica sale? I missed that one today. It was actually during my talk, so I couldn't catch it. Lats are latry alum caps, artisan maker. What if you got a pre-built and replaced everything? Yeah. You can actually call that custom build, yes. And so actually, let's bring that into relevance today. We have... Oh, actually, before we go into that, I have some mail to show. So I felt really down after my talk because I was like, I don't know if I did well. And literally, as soon as I was done, the doorbell rang. And I got a few boxes, which I already opened because I was too excited. First box had this. I got a whole pound of different kinds of beef jerky, all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico. There is chunky garlic beef, there is green chile, and there is green chile, lemon, pepper, seasoned beef jerky. That's a whole mouthful, but a whole pound of beef jerky. Well, essentially a pound. It's like 5 ounces each. Close enough. It's for JD. Yes, it's one of them's for JD. Maybe he likes having a garlic breath, so I got the chunky garlic one for him. I remember you talking about this. About what? Have you bought any artisans at aftermarket price? Yes, I have. Of course I have. I've collected a lot of artisans over the years, and I have most definitely purchased artisans at aftermarket price. What's the company name? They're actually called Delicious Beef Jerky, I believe. It's deliciousbeefjerky.com. Should I open this and try it? I haven't tried it yet. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it out. Alright. Actually, let's show you me opening this up. I would normally rip it out, but I probably want to store this afterwards, so... Let's eat it before I put my hands in lube and stuff. So, let's tear it out. Ooh, this is like very dry. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Is green chile. So you can actually see that there is like salsa verde almost. It kind of looks like salsa verde. It's like green chile, like little pepper flakes and stuff. This actually tastes pretty good. So this beef jerky is definitely super dried. Like it's like, I mean, it's like they completely dehydrated it, which is normal for jerky actually. But like in the case of biltong, it's gonna be different. For those who don't know the difference, you can just look it up. Biltong tends to be fattier and is usually not dry as such. It tastes really good. There is a bit of a kick to it, but it's actually not. It's actually more flavory than spicy. But it's like a nice kind of flavor. It's like when you get that. Have you guys ever gotten burritos from McDonald's, like the breakfast burritos, and they give you the green salsa? It's kind of like that. It's like a very mild kick, but it tastes like it. Like you can taste the like the pepper and the. Like you can taste the pepper and the salt and the like the chili in there, but yeah, it's like that. So it has a very mild flavor to it, but it's a very tasty flavor. I like. What do you decide to build? We haven't decided. Anyway, so that was my first mail day. Jerky. My second mail piece, or two mail pieces actually, were these. That's the first one. It's a bunch of linear MOS switches from TX Keyboards. They're the JWK linear switch in green. And what's the most gaming thing ever? Sorry for making you guys hungry. And the second thing I got is all the CRP, baby. Let's go. And so I got some CRP round 3 Peacock Desco Black 2551 HHAD Tulip and Xerox 6001 Russian. All the CRP, because CRP is the GOAT, the best of PVT, aside from OG Cherry. But OG Cherry is too expensive and too hard to find, so no chance. And also, it's not always ANSI, which is always a problem. Compatibility sucks, all that, right? So, yeah. So kind of you to get me all those sets. How lovely. Wow, I need Peacock to match my K. I wish I knew that. I actually sold my R2 Peacock set today. So I got R3 because I want to replace it with I want to replace my R2 sets with R3. I bought R2 in the aftermarket last time, and I bought R2 Tulip and R2 Peacock in the aftermarket last time it dropped, and then I basically wanted to, because they ran again, I decided to buy these and replace those. So because each round has been getting progressively better, so yeah, all the beige. All right. So, what about win keyless kits? You don't need win keyless kits for these because these base kits actually came with win keyless. So they actually come with 7U and 6.25U, and with the 1.5U keys. The only issue with round 3 is that round 3 did not have R5. So actually, I have some like spare R5 stuff from among like my beige stuff, so I can probably reuse that. But for a good chunk, I might not have R5 keys. So that's something I have to make that sacrifice. Let's see. Where do you source these keycaps? These came from drop.com. These dropped like sometime last year, and it finally arrived today. And how much did I pay? How much were these retail? Like they were like $100 each. I don't remember, but I literally, when I knew that R3 was gonna run, I saved money. Like I was like, I'm gonna buy CRP. Like CRP is like, screw GMK. I was like, CRP is this month. This month is all in on CRP. So they cost around, yeah, like about $100, I think, per base kit, right? R3, yeah, about $100 per base kit, plus shipping. So, and tax, because New York State sucks. But, you know, yeah. I did not get the pink JP set, though. I didn't like that it was a white base, because I have Kuroshiro, so I didn't need another white kit. Yeah. So, let's see. Catching up. You should try Jerky XP's Desert Fire. I'll actually write that down. Someone remind me. Jerky XP Desert Fire. Jerky XP Desert Fire. Say that one more time. Jerky XP Desert Fire. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Drop still hasn't shipped mine. So in my case, it shipped. So the drop warehouse is in New Jersey, and so when these shipped, these arrived in 2 days, which was pretty fast. Is R5 referring to a profile? Yes, the bottom row profile that is kind of tall at the back end, at the I guess front end. But yeah, base kit 80. No, it was like closer to like 100, like after the because some of these were like more expensive than the others. I think. Heard that the space bars are the best so far. That's what I needed to hear. I haven't tried them, so we'll see. Alright, so all the CRP and some random JWKs. We can probably toss the JWKs over there. Yeah, I'll just leave them here. This looks terrible. I'm not gonna open it right now, but is that Heine or BSP RGB? This is BSP RGB. This is OG Desco. Alright, so it's finally time. Where are you located? I'm located in New York City. I'm located in New York City. Can we put them in today's build? Yeah, maybe we can. Depending on the build, we can. Alright, so I have 2 packages, my friends. This is keyboard number 1. You can guess what it is. Can you guess what it is? What is keyboard number 1? You might want to know. What do you think is keyboard number 1? Obliterated 75, Two-Tone, Savage 65, Chimera. It's official, Dracula has another round of color matching. Oh my god. I'm gonna learn Lurk because new anime episode. Sounds good. Have a good night, chill game. High five, I live in country club. Oh, I see. Oh, one sec. Someone's knocking. What's up? Sorry, friends. My apparently today is a very busy day. Sorry about the stream being so busy, but my roommate apparently made some chicken pot pie, and earlier the smoke alarm went off, but now it's all good. But I'm gonna have some chicken pot pie, so I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get some chicken pot pie because chicken pot pie sounds great. The second keyboard, I'll just tease this. Oh shoot, you can see that, but it's this keyboard. You can figure out what that is. I'll be right back. Chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie. Oh yeah. Chicken pog you. Ba-bum. Philco. Did I see Philco? Is it a Philco? Oh shit, I'm gonna try this while it's hot, but So my roommate made some chicken pot pie. Some asparagus. Damn, today I'm being spoiled. CRP, chicken pot pie. Do you bring enough to share with the stream? Okay, here goes. Alright. Say ah. Yum yum nom 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 nom. Only started streaming to make us hungry. Oh, I guess it's a little bit close to dinner hours in the West Coast, but in the East Coast it's already pretty late, so it's not even dinner hours anymore. It's more like late night for y'all. Alright, so chicken pot pie. We can I can show you some boards while I eat some chicken pot pie. Let me find my knife. Alright, so this is board number 1, okay? Oopsie, I unplugged that by accident. So where's the top? I think that's the top. Alright. Spectrum, please. Fuck. Alright. If Spectrum fails me, when Spectrum's failing me, it's a cue for me to eat some chicken pot pie. because that means I can eat it while it's hot. So you guys can hear me talk, right? Because I think audio is okay when Spectrum is doing its fucking thing. So how was your week, guys? Do you guys have a good week? It's only been, are we 2 weeks into the year? And a shit ton of stuff has happened. Don't need to talk about world events, but I hope y'all's second week of the year has been going pretty well. Is it lagging? Yes, it is. It is lagging. Didn't spill on keyboard. Oh, come on. I'm not that much of a noob. I don't spill my food and drinks on keyboards. Can't hang out too long tonight. Gotta play Mario Party with the wife. I hope you have a great stream and weekend, everyone. Oh, thank you so much, Raro. And thank you so much for the 4 months. I restarted my browser 5 times thinking it's my Wi-Fi. Maybe call Spectrum customer service. No, they're not gonna pick up. They never pick up. They tell you to try some troubleshooting garbage on their website, and it never works. Is it being worse now? Is it still very bad? Are my stream settings scuffed? It's been the same. Yo, Dennis, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Darian. Welcome, Darian. Alright. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm just like totally stalling. So let's open this guy up. So, did anyone guess what this keyboard was? I don't think so. But if you haven't guessed, then oh wow, y'all are just answering that question? Well, shit. Are you caught up yet? Hello? Am I back yet? Is my stream like not scuffed for like can it be like normal for a second, please? Cause fucking internet's like terrible. Oh my god. Oh dear lord. Do you buy KWK mat? I did. I bought one of them. Alright, so I'm gonna unbox this because I can't do otherwise. Okay, so it comes in a Can Keys bag. Chimera. Profit. I wonder what it might be. So this time around it comes in the bag, but it doesn't have the nice lavender thing. Profit? Revenue? Law of supply and demand? $1.5 minute delay. Oh my god. We're like 2 minutes ahead of you. Okay. Well, you'll find out. Aren't you? You aren't typing on a stream? Who is Spectrum? Oh, Spectrum is internet provider. It's been okay the past 3 minutes. Okay. What do I do? Do I wait for you guys? Do I eat some more? Do you buy the graffiti? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh god. So, ba-bum. You guys might see this like 2 minutes late, but YOLO. Gotta keep going. Friday night streams, more like any night streams. Sucks. Alright, so here we have our keyboard. Why is this so bad? Alright. Switch to Elon Musk's satellite device. Sat75? Yeah, your guys are gonna be off because you're like off by 2 minutes or something like that. But I'm gonna continue. Okay, this is very tightly in there. So the first keyboard is indeed, oh my god, the stream is buffering like crazy, but oh well. POG, stop motion stream, PowerPoint. You guys didn't know? I'm just extending to this morning's presentation. It's just a PowerPoint. I'm a pro at PowerPoints. Oh. Profit. Wait, why is it not focusing? Alright. There's no delay for me. I think it's coming back slowly. Yeah. Try, pause, play. Lag test now? Can you guys see that? So this is indeed a Profit in E-white and wind keyless layout. So that's the first keyboard, okay? Let's reveal the second one because we're back on schedule. The second keyboard is Philco Majestouch 2 Camouflage R. Non-backlit, non-speed gimmick, non-programmable keys. This is a real gaming keyboard for professional. Multicam, Cherry MX mechanical switch. Mechanical KB with Cherry MX switches, multicam with custom color keycaps. Original stencil font with UV printing. Majestouch 2 Camouflage R. And I did you guys a favor, and I actually desoldered this thing. It had MX Browns, and I actually desoldered this guy. I actually lubed the MX Browns. Actually, these were the MX Browns that were in the Kara build that we did a month ago. And so this is basically a custom keyboard now because it's unbuilt and we can build it again. So let's take it out. It comes with this built-in cable with some... Oh, the keycaps are not here because I put them separately. But I can go get the keycaps too. Sorry about that. We can actually use different keycaps though, because I think different keycaps will look good on it. But anyway, this is what it looks like. I don't want to lose these co-star inserts though, but anyway. Well, keyboard, all I see is a PCB. Is it Majes or Mahes? I don't think it's Mahes Touch. I think it's Majes Touch, like majestic. Some screws. One screw. I forget what this screw was. Oh, I think the screw was here. Okay, cool. You can see the keyboard in its full glory. It's currently bound to the bottom case, but the bottom case is also camouflage. Oh shoot, I'm dropping those co-star things. But yeah, so you get the gist of it. One of those co-star thingies. Oh, here it is. So do we do the camo Filco with MX Browns, or do we build the Prophet? Both are personal builds, so eventually I'm gonna do both. Eventually I'll do both, but today we decide on the one. So the question, I'll make a poll. What are you putting in the Prophet? I'll put H1s in it, I think. So alright, we'll do a quick vote. I think 3 minutes is good. Alright. There is our poll. You can vote. And while we wait for the results, I eat the rest of this. No worries, Dennis, I got it. Profit, a lot of profit. No one wants to see a camo Filco rebuild? Sad. Y'all are MX Brown haters. That's probably it. So what's up with the camo Filco thing? I just have a camo Filco. I like it a lot. And I wanted to rebuild it with lubed switches. And and lube stabilizers. So basically I wanted to make this camo Filco shine in its true glory. Even better gaming performance than intended. Can you show the cam Welco? It's right here. Oh wait, if you can't see it, then maybe it's a defect of the camouflage. Lots of votes for Prophet though. 3-1. Oh well, okay, that's fair. That's all right. If you can't see, just refresh stream. Oh gosh. Alright, I guess we're building the Prophet tonight. Too bad, camo Filco. Next time. Next time. See you then. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab this baggie here, and I'm gonna put in those co-star inserts that I think I'm gonna lose if I'm not careful enough. I think these are attached, so I think these are fine. Yo, Mr. Heine, hello. Yo, Heine, thanks for the sub, man. Oh wait, Dennis, thank you for gifting a sub to Heine. Thank you so much. Dennis, you're feeling very generous today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Excuse me. Alright, so no camo Philco, Sag. Put it back in the box. So profit it is. 3-1 voting. That's pretty sad. No appreciation for the GOAT OEM. I figured though. I figured people wouldn't want to see an OEM board. I tried to see what my audience was like. But this real gaming keyboard is gonna be the next time. Oh, I forgot the switches. Switch back in. What do you use your macro pad for? I mainly use it for media keys and other shortcuts that are like useful for my programs, for the programs I normally use. So for work and among other things. But yeah, I just program it for things that I use often. So media keys I actually use quite a lot. So because I'm almost always listening to music. Lightning, you sound like a disappointed father. Sag. Alright, so profit it is. Let's see. Oopsie. Alright. Because I can't say it and I want to see the Philco. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's a smart move. You can't stay, so therefore you vote for the one that I can do a different time, and hopefully you'll catch that stream. So here's PCB plates for the profit. Where did I put my switches? Here's my switches. Ooh, look at this plate. I got the big PP plate. The full PP. Full PP plate for today's build. Polypropylene plate. I'll actually update the build command now. I wrote it down here. Let's update that. Let's see. Build. Alright. Command should be updated now. Great. Do you lube switches for customers, or do they usually send you switches already lubed? I do lube switches, but only if, like, I don't just lube switches. I'm not a lube service. I do lube switches for customers who pay the time that I spend lubing switches. So I charge an hourly rate, and so basically it's gonna be proportional to how much it takes me. So normally I think you're probably looking at like another like $100-ish for a batch of switches to be lubed by me, because it takes me like 5 hours at least. At minimum, I would say. Like, at minimum, I think it takes me like 4 or 5 hours to lube switches. So, yeah. Follower only chat? Imagine not following. Toxic. Some stickers by Cable Car. Let's open this PCB. If a keyboard comes with Skittles, does it have RGB? Well, that's a good question. No, it does not have RGB. There's no RGB on this. Where's my scissors? Chat, where did I put my scissors? I guess I'll just... Oh. Alright, PCB. Profit PCB has this nice flex cut in the middle. Basically so that it's pretty bouncy when you're typing on it. Yeah, it's just well, actually, it's called a relief cut. I guess that's a better word for it. It relieves the tension on the PCB. Relief cut, full polypropylene plate. This is the back side of the Prophet. What screws do I need? Is this Torx? Oh god, it is Torx. Oh, okay, hold up. Where's my Torx screwdriver? Ooh, alright. Torx screwdriver. I prefer meme cut. Meme cut. How's the anodizing? So E-white is not anodization. E-white is what's called electrophoretic coating. And so it's a form of coating. It's very clean. I don't see any weird specks or defects actually. It looks pretty clean. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any defects really. Like any specks that I see is just dust that I can just blow off. So yeah, it looks very white, so it's pretty nice actually. I was gonna get one E-white. It's so nice. I was gonna be bored for Scotty. Ooh, Scotty is nice. I ordered Scotty too, but who knows when that'll arrive. So, oh shoot. So, what bits do I need for this? Torx. Where is Torx? Here? Too small. There we go. Okay. Found my bit. I tried lubing switches once, never again. Yeah, lubing switches is very tedious, to be honest with you. I do it just because I know that some people just can't, like, would prefer to have it with a build, so I think if they can pay for the time, then I think it's fair. But personally, I mean, the reason I don't do, like, a lubing service is because I think it's very tedious as well. And the reason for charging for my time instead of for a flat fee is because it just does take a lot of time, and I think it's a more justifiable way to charge for the effort done. But yeah. Do you have any SA keycap sets? I actually do, but I don't use them too much, just because I prefer to type on cherry profile. But yeah, I've had SA keycap sets before. Okay. So just to show you the interior, so this is the top piece and the bottom piece. So the bottom piece looks like this. It's kind of like a little tray, where there's these screw holes to attach to the top piece, and there's these let me show you if I can. You can see there's these little pins. So these pins are what the plate is gonna mount on. So the plate is basically hanging right on each of the corners. So this is what the Prophet is like. It uses this thing called pin mount. Well, at least they call it pin mount. But basically the plate will go like right. It basically fits exactly the dimension of this tray. And then obviously the PCB is below it and stuff. But yeah. But yeah, basically it just goes in like that. Let me just try it right now just to see if it fits. So like that. So the plate just fits right in. And yeah, there's the USB port. And yeah, so that's how the plate mounts basically. So it allows for quite a bit of flexibility because it's only hanging by those four corners. So yeah. Are those Desco keycaps? They are Desco keycaps, yes. Scotty is being pushed back, I think. EPBT only finished the new spacebar mold. They're redoing the other caps too. Summer, hopefully. Okay, I see. Thanks for the update, Mr. Sifo. Do you have any SE Artisans? I don't. I don't have SE Artisans. Well, I guess I have cabs that are maybe SA height, but they're not specifically made with SA in mind. And this is the top piece. Top piece is pretty simple. It's just the shell around to go around it. So pretty simple. Nothing special about the top piece though. It's just a shell to go around the case. Okay, so that's the board. So I'm gonna just put the, maybe I'll just put the board upside down here. And what we'll do next is we're gonna test our PCB. Actually, I should probably take out the bump-ons from here. Bump-ons, just leave them here. Put this aside. Put the plate aside. Put our screwdriver aside, since we're gonna need it in a bit. Now we can just put these separately too. What GMK set is closest to the Deskeys set? GMK, like Classic Retro would probably be the closest. Classic Retro, and then the problem is these die subs, the orange keycaps, you can only find in original Deskeys sets or CRP. CRP Deskeys would be the best option, really. It's either original Deskeys or CRP Deskeys what you would be looking for. So, yeah. Okay. So that's that. So let's test our PCB first. Okay, hold up. Let me see if... Okay, if you guys have questions, by the way, tagging me is actually way helpful in discussing things, because I can see your tags. I can't just read all of the chat all the time. Sometimes I miss some of these things. I like jump up and down. So let me move through the chat. The Lube switch for free from my friend who was into keyboards, regretted 5 minutes in. The mounting for this is so cool. Yeah, I actually really am looking forward to this, CFO. So, let's see. Top of the case doesn't just turn it into a normal sandwich. No, it does not, actually. That's actually something I did want to note. It does not turn into normal sandwich, because... Let me see if I can show this. It pretty much isn't normal sandwich, though. Because of this. Come on, focus. There we go. Can you see how the pin actually doesn't extend all the way? So actually the plate is slightly cleared from the top case. Just barely. So there's no pressure from the top. It just actually, the top is actually just sitting right above it, but it's not exerting any pressure on top of the plate. But yeah, that's kind of the principle of it though. Will it rattle if you shake it? No, I don't think so. I think the cutouts, the little pin cutouts, are actually well, like snug fitted basically. So it doesn't really like you would require a decent bit of force to overcome the friction and take them off. Yeah. And I mean, I haven't used this board ever, so I'll have impressions of it after I build it. That's the reason I bought it, because I thought it was interesting. Of course, everyone is entitled to their own healthy amount of skepticism. I can't even talk today. But you know, this is why we're trying things out. Today is a personal build. Gonna take my sweet ass time doing things. Let's get our cable here. Let's test our PCB. This PCB has a STM chip. Okay, cool. Alright, make the little sound thingy. Have you ever bought anything internationally from Mech Market? Yes, of course I have. It's often that international purchases can occur. I don't just buy things from US people. I also sell like people internationally, and that's fine. It's not that bad, honestly. Let's see. when you realize, true, it is an anagram of that, but kind of cringe. I really want one, but was poor at the time. Maybe R2 will have blue. Ooh, who knows? Will they do an R2 soon? Technically, this is like, I guess this is R1, but the prototype round had like a decent number of units too, I think. Like 10 units, maybe more? I don't know. Oh, let me open up VIA, show it on the screen. Change the layout, I don't know why it's set up to ISO. And see, we're gonna do full backspace. Full backspace. Right shift. We can do. Oh, this is like different. We can do split right shift. I think. Split right shift. Normal left shift. Backspace normal. 7U. Okay, perfect. Key map. It doesn't look like it's set up to. Let's see. And where's the pipe key? Pipe key. Left control, this is all fine. Win, alt, space. Okay, all this is good. And the second layer, it looks like HHKB, perfect. Well, I actually don't like these, so I'm gonna take those out. I don't need the numpad keys either. Insert, I don't need it. I actually put delete here. I don't need this either. And I also... I don't need print scroll pause, I actually just need print screen here. And I don't need stop either. Page up home, and okay, that'll good. I normally program my media keys here too. I put previous, play, next, and then I put mute, volume down, volume up. Alright, so that's my config for my second layer. That's good enough for me. And then key tester, test matrix. All you gotta do is grab some tweezers. Tweezers time. Alright, test. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool, cool. Okay. No in-switch LED pins as God intended. I never do in-switch LEDs like at this point. Like it's a pointless endeavor. Why? Because they're a pain to work with. They're a pain to put in. They're a pain to solder, and then to desolder if you need to do anything with the board afterwards. So I just never use in-switch LEDs anymore. Yep. That's how it be. Good PCB confirmed, yeah. Just good old standard layouts, you know? And have have the normal compatibility. Oh, it's 70 only too. There's no 6.25U. That's nice. There's a short pins to reset for if you need to flash it here under the spacebar, which is actually pretty nice. Supports split right shift, caps lock, step to normal, split backspace, and ISO enter, which is kind of a bummer, I think. And then ISO left shift as well. But that's because West Foxtrot, who is the designer of this board, I think uses ISO. Oh no, actually, he might use ANSI actually. But I think his friends use ISO, so yeah. But, you know, whatever. The plate is ANSI only though, so there's no issues. Because the plate won't let your switch move around. So, that's good. Yeah, he actually had separate ANSI and ISO plates. Hey, Singapore Toki, what's up, man? How you doing? Do you know how import tax custom fees work for the US? You pretty much won't get any custom fees unless you exceed like $600 or $700 in declared value, and even then sometimes it's a pass. It's not very heavily enforced. So yeah. How flexy is the PCB? Pretty flexy, I would say. Okay, I mean, can you like I don't know if I can show you, but like there, Is that good enough? Border agent RNG? Pretty much, actually. It's actually true. Border agent RNG actually sounds right. It's the same with sending stuff to Canada sometimes. Canada, sometimes some people get like really bad fees. Like, especially if you send, oh, for those who send stuff from the US to Canada, sending stuff through UPS is kind of iffy. For some reason, when I've sent stuff using UPS to Canada, they get charged like crazy. But that's just, you know, that's just the experience I had. HBKB, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Good looking. Thank you so much for the 7 months, my friend. Do I have enough switches for this? I think I do. Alright, cool. Let's leave the switches here. Stabs. I got some Durock stabs, I think. Let's see some Durock stabs today. Canada tax. Yeah, Canada, customs is kind of weird sometimes. I've had weird experiences. So, like, when I've sent, like, sometimes it's very successful and sometimes it's just a total miss. I always send to Canada with USPS. Yeah, me too. That's what I do as well. I always send via USPS. It's actually, I think it's the best way. UPS makes up 99% of the fees? Yeah, that's what I thought too, because it was super inconsistent. Like, there was no percentage or anything. Oh, is it normal thickness or thin? It's normal thickness, CFO. The PCB is, I think it's the normal 1.6 millimeter. If it were 1.2, it would have come with the little shims for the stabs, because you need to make up for the clipping of the stabs, right? I mean, for the stabs to actually like clip onto the PCB. Wonder what it'd be like with 1.2. I mean, probably more even flexier, but I don't know if, honestly, I think it's diminishing returns. You know, like you only get so much out of that. But that's how I feel about it. I personally don't really think I need 1.2 millimeter thickness PCBs. They're nice, but it's not a requirement. I don't feel pressure to like have it. Yo, Sean's hello. Prophet's so nice. Can't wait to build mine. Yeah. So today we're deciding between building the Prophet or a Camo Philco TKL, an OEM keyboard by one of the best brands. But people decided for Prophet, so we were building a Prophet. Camo Philco next time. Whenever I do a personal build, Camo Philco comes next, probably. Right. I must have missed one of these. Okay, here. There we go. Let's see. UPS have a brokerage fee in addition to regular tax. Usually 35% to 50%. Holy moly. UPS has 300 different made-up fees. Oh man, you don't have to pay contract to customs, but the process is very annoying. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they make it annoying to force you to pay out of the, like, because it's so annoying, right? Like, they're just trying to make you pay because they know that you're just gonna get frustrated and they're just gonna be like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna pay it, instead of like working around it and figuring it out. It's actually a scam. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a scam. It sounds perfect. It sounds like the perfect scam. Perfect way to basically overwhelm with like bureaucracy and then force people to actually pay the fees, even if it's made up or even if it's just straight up wrong or maybe even illegal to do so. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, UP is kind of evil sometimes with Canadians, or I guess all the time, according to Sifu and others. So yeah. So let's get our lube. A little brushy. DHL on the other hand, I love DHL. DHL never miss. Well, actually, I did have one two bad incidents with DHL, but it was the fault of the courier. It was not the fault of like the service itself. It was the courier's fault. But I lost like a keyboard prototype back then, and I lost some like other random stuff one time. But and the claims didn't really go through properly. But oh well, it happens. But the DHL overall internationally is the best, in my opinion. What artisans have you been looking at lately? Picked up a Latrium Escape the raffle today. Congrats. I look at different makers. I like all kinds of makers. I could name a few, but the list is long. Like I've collected artisans from many makers, like Clack Factory, Booper, Nubbinator, Key Collective, Gaff Caps, like Night Caps, Prime Caps, Tiny Makes Things, Dollar Tacos, Sodi Caps, Togepi, God, like TRMK, Zorb Caps, Bro Caps, Retro Chick, Whittle Kitty, Glyco Caps, DC Caps. I would love to have a Killed by Caps, but not gonna happen. And Polymer Stallone, Death Caps every now and then. Yeah, list is long. Amidst the Clouds, Hello Caps, Bongos. Yeah, I like collecting from a variety of makers. I am actually pretty open to collecting from a variety of makers because I just like the art that they do, and so I check them out. And I like to see what they do. And please pro to come in safe and quick. I'm talking about something in the past. In the past, like a few years ago, I was going to get this keyboard prototype, but I got lost through DHL, which was very unfortunate. It was the courier's fault. Basically, they left it in a non-safe location when it was clearly instructed that it was required a signature. But for some reason, DHL somehow managed to pull something out of their ass and did not compensate. So yeah, we got screwed over with bureaucratic things. But yeah, away she goes. Gerald Juby, hello. How are you doing tonight? Sorry. Chive, hey Lightning. Can't stick around, but I'll watch the VOD. Okay. Building my profit with a friend tomorrow. Very excited. Hope your presentation went okay. Thank you so much, Chive. I hope I didn't miss you completely, and I hope you might still be here listening. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoy building your profit when the time comes. Any pub keys? I actually do have a couple of pub keys. I think I won a contest thing for pub keys. And I have maybe one or two pub keys, but I haven't had any others since then. So yeah, it was like a Hyperfuse themed cap, I think. But yeah, I also haven't seen Vito for a while. I hope he's doing all right. He's a nice guy. Nubs. Hey, I know nubs are scuffed, but they're also kind of organic, you know? They have that, like, you know, like stuff that like kind of like looks like it's like the allure of art. It's like objectively, or I guess not objectively, but like relative to values in aesthetic, it's kind of contrary and it looks ugly, quote unquote. But that's sort of like it draws you in anyway. Because it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, like the reason why like monsters can also look like gnarly but attractive. It's charming in its own unique way. That's the thing. Nubs have like a secret sauce to them, you know? Like they have a personality. I feel the same way about booper caps, for example. At least the older stuff. Like I mean, like the original Cosmonaut and like the Keywalk and all that. Like even though it's based on other stuff, I think they have like personality to them. I like that. But it also is associated with the maker. Like if the maker kind of like puts that personality aspect to it, like they have a certain personality online, and when they're like presenting the sculpt, it kind of shows like a bit of that. I feel like kind of like it's like it rubs off onto the keycaps, and it kind of gives these sculpts a bit of personality. I don't have boot blank. Boot blanks are nice though. Oh, actually, boot blanks do sit a little bit tall. now that I think about it, they're not like perfect cherry because they're like. Have you ever gotten scammed before? Of course. I think I've been scammed before in the keyword community though. No, not in the keyword community. In the keyword community, someone tried to scam me. But I had proof that they were trying to do something weird. Basically, they're trying to run off with they're trying to basically like do like a chargeback sort of thing. But I had like written proof from like the PMs and whatnot, and I was able to basically counteract the chargeback, and they eventually got banned. How are nub butts? Pretty scuffed. Pretty ugly. Sometimes they don't even fit, or they fit very tall. Or like they're sometimes very loose or very tight. But they're thick, yeah. They're super thick, but the bottoms are actually kind of like they fit, but they definitely don't look great. But I've seen some older nubs that are kind of like very loose fit. But that was done back in the day when like people were like, oh, don't put caps on MX clears because the stem's gonna get destroyed. But yeah. Too nervous about selling my sealed GMK Oblivion? I don't think you should be that scared. I actually think the keyboard community is one of the nicest communities relative to a lot of other hobbies. So I personally wouldn't be that scared on Anima Plays. Again, if you're like the type of person who is very skeptical and, you know, not very easily trusting of people, then I understand the anxiety, but I do think that the keyboard community still has it fares fairly well for what it is. Even though it's a bit of an honor system. People call each other out too, and so yeah. You weren't in any of the early Scuff GBs? No, luckily I actually didn't go in on any of the early stuff because I was actually very poor. I got into the hobby after I had like disposable income, which was after I was like working and like had sold a lot of my like old photography stuff, and like I had some disposable income, and then like I entered GBs that were kind of like big but also not like, none of them were weird. Yo, HPKB, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Sifo. Hello. Chargebacks are scary? Yeah, they can be. It's dumb. Chargebacks are dumb because PayPal tends to side with the buyer a lot. Like almost all the time they side with the buyer. But if you have like written proof of what you are selling and whatnot, and you can prove that these, you know, they clearly hadn't like had received the item, or that they're like trying to charge it back very soon after. Oh shoot, I lubed the freaking insert without lubing the housing. Whoopsie. You know what I'm gonna do? Just gonna grab this thing. I'm gonna just touch it up and leave it like that. What are your favorite linear switches? There's a lot. I mean, I think linear switches now are kind of same because they're all kind of smooth, and like the difference between them is not like abysmal. But then again, MX also doesn't have many good tactile options. Like I still stick to MX clears and MX browns and mod M's maybe, but that's about it. I actually don't think I use any other MX tactiles because I just don't like them. I get Zeal V1 sometimes, but I don't like the housings. I was in all of those infamous exit scams. I got my shit. Wait, so what scams were you in, Sifo? Like, were you in like Fang or like Aimsto or like Ivan stuff, or like, I don't know, Team Redline? I don't know. Gone? What's the board you're using right now? Just do exclamation keyboard for that info. You tried the penguin yet? No, I haven't ordered them. Black inks, pretty good. Yeah, I like black inks a lot. Yeah, Gat inks are great. Very nice switches. They sound good too, so that's what I like about them. I've heard people complain about like new batches of Gat inks are bad, but I don't know. I recently got a batch of Gator inks like sometime last year, I think, and it was fine. I was confused, but I think it just depends. I think it's like whether you're lucky or not, but yeah. But people have said that. But Gat inks overall, I've had good experiences with them, so I recommend them a lot. Let's see. I'm in the Vint retooled black rabbit hole. Oh, I see. Gon always gave me my stuff. Sprit always gave me my stuff. Ivan and Fang too. Just lucky. Yeah, you just have to be lucky enough to be early in the queue. White Fire Dragon. Oh man. Yeah, I actually didn't know about all these GVs until I read about them, because obviously I hadn't participated. So when you don't participate in them, you actually don't pay too much attention to group buys. I certainly don't, because I just don't like really. Don't just like browse everywhere. Maybe until like later, when I was a bit more invested in the community, I started like looking things up. And when I was reading some of these group buy threads, I was like, that's so hilarious. Like, holy crap, like that's crazy. It's so bad. Like for some cases, it was just like straight up, they just disappeared. No response, nothing. And in some cases, there was like a slew of excuses. Like, oh yeah, like, you know, it's in production, or the order has been placed, yada yada. Had a family emergency, and you know, like whatever, right? And then they disappear. But yeah. What keyword group buy did you enter recently? Keyword group buy that I entered recently. Was Zenith the last one? Maybe Zenith was the last one I entered. NK cream's hard to get? No, I don't think so. Not anymore. It got pretty popular, but it's not that hard anymore. And you want to have experience with 43 Studio stabs? Wonder how they compare to C3 Durock. I have not tried those 43 Studio stabs. Mostly because I have enough Durock to hold me over. Durock and Cherry to hold me over. I think I might have. Yeah, I have a lot of Cherry and Durock here, so like I don't need to get new stabs right now. I've been pretty much trying to avoid buying a lot of new switches or new like just parts, because it's just like I just want to run out of them first. Am I being an idiot today? Why am I doing this? Why am I just grabbing whatever I'm seeing in front of me and lubing it when I clearly don't have a housing that's lubed already, or that like I touched up already? But whatever. You're lucky if you got it, your Ivan stuff. Yeah. Again, it all has to do with like where you are in the queue. But that was just, I mean, again, some of these scams were pretty bad in keyword history, but they're really, if relatively speaking, compared to the number of group buys that are out there, it's now, at least now, because there's vendors, obviously there's like legal, like there's like a legality aspect to it. It's hard to run off. But I mean, like, you still have cases like Teslatron and Woodkeys where they basically ran off with people's money and never responded ever again. So yeah, or some people apologize but still haven't fulfilled jack. So there's that too. Hold up. There's a time Moz had a group buy and allegedly the factory burned down. I remember when what's his name? Lunara's Dream. Oh man, Lunara's Dream. I remember when he ran the ZZ96 buy and he was like, "Oh yeah, the factory burned down." And then I got grounded by my parents because they thought I was addicted to a computer. And then he like uploaded this apology video, which he sent out on like the mailing list. And yeah, that was so weird. That was bizarre. I was like, wait, what? Wait, I was actually, you know what I thought? I was like, never in my life I want to trust a college student running a group buy. Why is a college student running a group buy? Get out of college first and like, I don't know, there's like no credibility for it. Like college students might have a lot of time, but I personally don't really trust like college students are younger to run group buys, especially like of a decent amount, like a decent size. It's like, can we actually filter people out like on a resume basis? Like you need to hand in your resume to actually like run a group buy, get vouched. Like, have you had business experience in the past? I don't know, just very manga-esque. Just SMH. I don't get it. I don't understand why like community members would not like. Yeah, I mean anonymity in the internet, of course, but. Scratch my GMK Cafe / Sanch. Cherry black for F1, very nice. Okay, let's see. Picked up Well 75, have plans to get evolved. If you buy from shady vendor, that's on you. Yeah. Speaking of wood keys, where is he still in business? No, okay, but not in keyboard business anymore, clearly. Sorry, I'm like catching up with chat. Suddenly chat moves very fast. JYVM video on wood keys. It's too good. Yeah, but Lunari's Dream. Oh my god. Do you get GMK muted too? No. Not yet. Not sure if I will. High school kids run group buys now too? Yeah, apparently. Wait, there is a person named Taiko Formidable? Do you play real Taiko, or do you just play like Taiko Tatsujin or something? Because I play real Taiko. Well, I used to. Anyway, I mean, aid board group buys. Holy crap! Nothing to worry regarding Oli CLS 2. Yeah, I don't think so. I think you'll be fine. The Ori CLS group I fulfilled just fine on the first one, so I think you'll be fine on the second one. Does a group buy creator actually make money at the group buy process? Depends. It depends on the runner. Some people establish enough margins to make some profit, but some others decide to forgo on the profit in order to build credibility, which is what a lot of people used to do. They would run smaller group buys and with small margins to build credibility and reputation in the community, basically so that people can actually trust them with bigger things. But now that we have vendors, those risks are passed on to vendors. So there's a bit more. So the liability aspect is a lot different now. These days you make money from group buys. Old days you probably lost money. Yeah. Let's see. Hold up. Leandrin. Yeah, Leandrin's super young. There's some young people in the community. Like, I mean, Sifu is like one of them, but there's like young people in the community. But I mean, people who ran group buys though, yeah. Leandrin was one example. Leandrin is the person behind Mechanisk, for those who don't know. Let's see. A lot of people didn't understand things like shipping and QC costs. Auramech? I actually don't know Auramech well. Why no mod tilde? Why no mod tilde for what? You can mute it too? Oh no, I don't care about mod tilde. I don't. Why would you use mod tilde? No, I'm a no mod tilde, no mod pipe kind of guy. Even on HHKB or whatever layout you choose, 65, 75. Mod pipe and mod tilde? No. Nope. Just no. Doesn't belong. Anyway. What I saw in the old threads, that's where most people got destroyed. Do you have a stabilizer preference? I like to use Cherry and Durock currently. I sometimes use Zeal stabs, but Zeal stabs are a bit too expensive for me to buy enough quantity of. So I don't really buy Zeal stabs just because I feel like they're a bit too expensive for my wallet, for my budget. Receive some Vint Blacks, leaves are oxidized. Oof. Yeah, you're gonna have to replace the bottoms then. That's the only way around it, because otherwise you're gonna have to, like, you're not gonna toss them, right? So the only way around oxidized leaves is, it's hard to you could try and like de-rust them, but I think the best way is to just switch the housing, the bottom housing. Let's see, Hander by 2, GMK production was faster. Yeah, GMK production is pretty slow. Lumina. Only weirdos use mod pipe, yeah. Well, I mean, it's preference, and it's based on like whether you like that aesthetic or not, but personally, I think you should, because, you know, pipe and tilde are alphanumeric characters, so they should be the color of alphanumeric character keys. But again, that's because keyboard nerding things. And also, I actually think that mod pipe, sometimes it just looks bad. It looks kind of weird. It looks out of place. But that's probably because I'm used to like that, like quote unquote traditional, or like the, or really technically the correct way of setting your colors for alphanumerics versus modifiers. Which is why for me it looks off. Any tips on lubing stabs? I had trouble getting the right amount and overloop twice. For lubing, always use less first and then add more when you need it, because it's easy to overlube, but then removing lube is actually harder than putting on lube. So like you just want to start like, so the way I lube, for example, is I'm kind of like already like pretty consistent doing this. So like, you know, if I do this 10 times, like 8 or 9 of the times it will be pretty similar. So I kind of know how much like lube is on the brush, how much is left on the brush, how much I should brush. But I think when you're first starting off, try using small amounts first, and then see where that takes you, like whether it actually eliminates the rattle that you're trying to tackle down, and then go from there, and then add more as you need it. But you know, try it on like just like you know, don't do it like during the build. Like you can do it separately. You can just mess around with stabs a bit, clip them onto the PCB, put a keycap on, and try, and then do that over again as you add more lube or whatever. Seal stabs are expensive but nice. Yeah, they are nice. They are nice, no doubt. They are very nice stabs, but yeah, just expensive. They're like $35 or whatever. I don't even know. But they're like in the 30 something bucks range, right? Plus shipping. Put them in retool bottom housing. Yeah. Always get double the amount you need. Are you gatekeeping custom asking for a friend? Yeah, people have opinions. I don't care what people think. At least as far as those opinions, whether they're right or wrong, like cool. Like I can judge people because of their opinions, but it doesn't pertain. Like their lives don't, you know, like it's separate from my life. So I eventually just kind of, I don't bother arguing with people about it afterwards, because it's just like too much energy. I don't have that kind of emotional energy, you know. I only have emotional energy to support my big ass head and weak feelings. So I don't got time for arguing with other people about relatively trivial things like mod pipe and mod tilde. But yeah, so that's why I think that our whole argument of, oh, if you say that mod pipe is wrong, you're gatekeeping. It's like, yeah, it's just an opinion, man. Just ignore it. Ignore it and do your thing. Who cares what they think? If you like mod pipe and mod tilde, okay, fine. Why don't you just embrace it? Like, you know, let the haters hate. Let the potatoes potate. Are washers required for stabs? Only if below the like if you're using screw-in stabs and where the screw would go into, like if there is another like contact, like another pad or trace that's potentially gonna conduct electricity, like, right, potentially cause a short, then you want to put a washer in there. But if not, it's okay, you don't have to. So in some fixed layout PCBs, actually you don't have to do that. Its preference is just a nice way to say you're wrong. It is a bit of a euphemism, yeah. I'm building my Mo 80 as soon as it comes in, probably about 1 more month. Excite, my first high-end build. Very nice. I hope your first build goes well. Take it slowly. Slowly. You don't need to rush it. You can watch other people's... You can just put a build stream on from someone who you know you like the way they build, and you can just follow what they do. Skip around the video, stop, try doing it. If it's the same, move on. It's okay. It might take a few more hours than they do, but it's worth taking your time for your first build so that you actually learn a lot more on your first build if you take your time than like having to. I mean, you learn a lot even making the mistakes and then like having to fix it, but it's just really annoying to do that. And you also like risk like burning pads, like if you're desoldering and stuff for the first time. Yeah, I did that a lot. I did a lot of dumb things early on, but turned out okay. Got better over time. Have there been any push-ups in the new year? There have been maybe... Maybe there's been like 10 or 20, but not many. I even reduced the pricing on the push-ups. But I think people have spent their points already. Sorry, let's see. Those PCBs are sus. Oh well, there's 10 push-ups. Of the small number of keyboards I've seen, that's the flexiest keyboard I've seen. Which one? The Prophet? Unfortunately, the 2.25 U shift is on a separate kit for muted, but I guess 660 layouts are more obscure nowadays compared to Alice. Ooh. Yeah. I actually don't like that the 2.25 U shift is on the extension, is on the child kit. I actually don't like that. I think it actually has a place in the base kit. Not just for the 660 layout, but also if, let's say if you didn't want to purchase space bars, like the smaller ones for Alice or whatever, I sometimes have used like shift keys and they work fine. Like if you have 2 shift keys in your base kit, you can use those 2 shift keys. Like you can use left shift for left shift and the other shift for that 2.25 U key that you want to use. I don't like using the 2U on Alice layout because it, first of all, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right for me. Anyway. Oh, do I do push-ups now? Do I do push-ups now or later? I'm gonna lube the stabs and maybe I'll do the push-ups after that. Happy New Year! Alright, maybe I should do them soon though, before, in case people have to leave. CA Beggar and Jogzars. If you guys have to leave soon, let me know and I'll do the push-ups now. But if you won't, then I'm gonna at least just finish this up. I saved my points for miniature figurines. Let me see that booty. How do you get into hobby? The way I got into hobby was, long story short though, basically I met someone who was already in the hobby at a school interview. And after, we actually like started talking at the interview site, and then, I found out later that like we were like on our way back after the interviews, like we were flying back, and basically he was on the same flight. And then when I asked like, oh, like, you know, where do you live in this area, like I live in the DC area, right? He was like, oh, I live here. And I'm like, wait, I live right like there too, like you know, maybe we can split an Uber or something. And then turns out he lived like literally right across the street. So yeah, and then one day he was like, oh, there's the first mechanical keyboard meetup in the DC area. This was back in 2016. And then the first meetup was on December 3rd at Georgetown University. I still remember. We left at around 12. Then I think the meetup started at 12:30. And it lasted like maybe like 4 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours. It is in a small room in the library. But yeah, that was the first meetup I went to, and that's how I got into hobby. I Really enjoyed. What I liked the most out of my first meetup was trying out really smooth MX Black switches, Ergo Clears, and Zelios were my I really liked, and so and I also really like Topre. So at first I was like, oh, I like all these tactile switches. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try one. And so the first board I actually bought was Nova Touch, and then HKB. I bought them simultaneously, pretty much. I bought them as soon as I came back home after the meetup, and then later I built a board with Zelios and with Ergo Clears. So I tried all of those switches that I liked after the meetup eventually. Two weeks in a row that I missed singles night? Oh shit. That happened? Well, rip. Must have missed it. Damn, what about the Quickfire Pro? What Quickfire Pro? The one I had a long time ago? I had a Quickfire, the ultimate one, yeah, the full size with MX brands. It was really nice, to be honest. Oh, I guess I missed it, yeah. You can finish stabs, okay. Time to stall even further. Just kidding. Were there a lot of people in mechanical keyboards in 2016? Yeah, I think by 2016 there were a significant number compared to like years prior to that. The growth of the hobby has been like a power of 2 actually. Every year it's at least doubled in size. That's more or less, I think. If you look at the subreddit stats for Mech Market, I think Mech Market is more descriptive of the hobby than r/mechanical keyboards, because in r/mechanical keyboards you're going to find a lot of people who are specifically just in it to purchase a new mechanical keyboard. But it does not necessarily mean they're in the hobby as far as exploring like all these different options and like trying them all out. Like they're actually just there to just purchase one keyboard and then put it into a setup and that's it. But I think r/mech market is when people start actually getting into it. Mech market full of alts? That's true. But so is r/mechanical keyboards full of bots too. So, same thing. Free Mega Beef. Is your friend who got you into the hobby still in the hobby? Yeah, they are still in the hobby, yeah. They're not heavily into the hobby anymore, but they are, like, they still know stuff about the hobby. And they actually like kind of recently found out that I like stream and stuff. So he was like, "Oh, dude, like I actually recognized like your username, and like, you know, I checked out your stream." And I was like, "Oh, it's been a while, dude." But yeah, we went off different ways, so we were like out of touch for a few years. Good night, One Drunk Man. But yeah, those were my first keyboards were a Nova Touch, an HHKB, and then I think I like modified a Leopold once, modified a Vermillo once, Cooler Master stuff too. And then my first custom keyboard was a Duck Octagon V1, as I said earlier in the stream. If you missed that, well, that was my first custom keyboard. And I still actually have that same Duck Octagon. I still own it. It's kind of sentimental value at this point. But I do actually like the board after I rebuilt it. So, all my OG friends are gone. Yeah. Yeah. So it goes. People move on. Yeah, people move on, and yeah, some people just go like on hiatus, sort of like they just are like they just don't browse anymore. But like if you were to like message them, they actually would reply. I know people like that. People who are technically still like active, is like if you ask them like something question, they'll actually answer you. And some people just completely move on. They sell everything and just don't really care much about the hobby anymore. But, you know. Oh, hell yeah, I was in hiatus for like 3 years? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people who do that, come and go, depending on what they're up to in life. Or sometimes you just lose interest, honestly. Hobbies don't last long for most people. I'm a bit different. I actually tend to keep my hobbies pretty close to me, as in, like, I tend to stick to the same hobbies I have. So yeah. HKB for first keyword is diving in head first. Well, that was because I went to a meetup. The meetup was so informative. Like, I basically asked all the questions I had to ask, and I was like, I love Taupe, I love Ergo Clears, I love these lubed MX Browns. They felt great. I love these lubed MX Black. I just liked so many things, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try them one by one. And one thing that's definitely like in stock is an OEM board like Taupe stuff, and so I bought Taupe first because it was just easy to get. So that's what I did. Had to go make food, enjoy your push-ups. I'm gonna do push-ups now, so yeah. But yeah, I'll do push-ups. But yeah, have fun making food. I'll see you later, Obsidian. All right, let's do push-ups. Do you get a heavy rail? I did not. No. Too expensive for my blood. Just thought it was pricey for what it is. I mean, I like the idea, but I also like the plastic case. It's just fine. So, all right, let's do push-ups. Don't hurt your shoulders? My shoulders are fine, I think. That's 20. Will people redeem 20? Alright, we done. Wait, I opened the stream. My man Diego is in Palace? Yeah. A friend of mine gave this to me. Palace shirt. It's very nice, very comfy. Kind of thick and like it feels like heavy. It's really nice actually. That's my favorite brand in terms of quality. Oh yeah, it's really nice. I also have a jacket from them. Yeah, their stuff is good. Yeah, skatewear, streetwear. Supreme doesn't hold a candle. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I've tried a few Supreme things, but it's just not for me. The branding's like kind of like too in your face. I wasn't into it. So yeah. Ooh. Okay. I feel guilty that I'm eating donuts while making you do push-ups. That's okay. I mean, I put the reward there, so it is my fault for putting it there. But worth. What kind of donuts? CA Beggar. What kind of donuts are you eating? What kind of donuts are your favorite, actually? Do people have favorite donuts? I actually really like those, you know, the chocolate like sprinkled donuts, but they're kind of like old-fashioned donuts on the inside, but they have like that chocolate cover in the outside. Oh, so good. And like it's like sprinkled chocolate too. Oh, so yummy. I'll demolish Dunkin's glazed donuts. Very good choice. I like those too. Yeah. Just good old classic glaze stuff is good. I like old-fashioned stuff as well. Yeah, I mean, I like the standard stuff a lot too, like just like regular sugar cake donuts or like chocolate. If budget isn't an issue, what would you guys suggest as a starter pre-built? Personally, a Leopold. I like Leopold a lot as a pre-built. Vermilla also has been making pretty good quality keyboards, which I think I would recommend at this point just because they've been around and I've kind of seen how their stuff has changed over the years, and I think they do a pretty good job overall. So Vermillo would be another brand I think is pretty good. Philco and Ducky are good, but I prefer the look and also the feel of the cabs. The cabs are really good on Leopolds. They come with double shot PVT, I believe, and they're like nice and thick, nice color. Yeah, so I think Leopold is good bang for the buck in my opinion. I'll put a washer on this one here. It's kind of interesting that some Korean people just buy Leopold boards to harvest the cabs. I mean, I guess if you just grow fond of the cabs, I guess that makes sense, right? The cabs are pretty good quality though. The cabs are actually not bad. And also it's not like they buy the keyboards and just trash the keyboards. Like you can still reuse, you can use other cabs on there too, or you can just, you know, like use the parts for other stuff too. So that's the thing, like Leopolds bring in pack a lot of punch for what they are. So I personally think Leopold's a great recommendation for most beginners coming into the hobby. Mistel sells Leopold OEM profile for $40 on Amazon. Wow, that's a good deal. That's actually a pretty good deal for standard layout keycaps. Of Leopold level of quality, it's pretty good. I was looking to buying a Leopold FC750R PD with MX Browns for silent rest for programming. I was wondering why so many people dislike Browns. People dislike Browns because there is this prejudice, or like rather like this misconception in my opinion, that, I mean, the thing about MX Browns is that like stock MX Browns can feel a bit scratchy and stuff, and people kind of like mock them for it. But I guess it kind of is a bit of a switch lottery there. Some MX Browns I've actually tried stock and I was like, huh, it's actually okay. It's like pretty good. Like it's like a very light. The thing is, like, it has a bit of a confusing identity in terms of like some people think that a tactile switch should be very snappy, and MX Browns don't have that snappy tactility. So people are like, oh, like this is not a real tactile switch, but it's also not linear, so it's like somewhere in the middle. But yeah, it's a bit of a circle jerk for sure. But I mean, if you actually get deep into the community stuff, like there's people who are like, I mean, I personally really appreciate MX Browns because I like that small bump, and when I lube them, I actually leave the bump alone. So I basically don't lube the front part of the stems where they you know, have that little bump, and so I just lube the sides of the rails of the switch, and that's enough to make it smooth and still retain some of that MX Brown tactility, and I love them. And sometimes actually I like changing the spring weight as well to something slightly heavier, like I do like 65 gram. Don't lube legs if you're using grease. Yeah, so the thing is, so like about lubing, it's like it depends on the person. Some people will lube the. I mean, if you lube the sides, you're clearly like, you know, the travel is actually going to be a bit sluggish. You're definitely causing that purposefully. But I don't think a lot of people think about that necessarily. So it's all preference for sure, but like, yeah. These browns are a light tactile bump. Some enjoy that as opposed to breaking your finger in each key press tactility. Yeah, pretty much. This plate is really interesting and soft. Very cool. Hey, I like this. It's like it clips onto the plate pretty well, which is good. The switches are clipping onto the plate pretty nicely. So the cutouts are good. But at the same time, it's fairly flexible, but not so flexible that the thing just comes off. So that's good. I'm gonna play around with penguins. They have potential despite being JWK. That's interesting to hear, actually. I'm curious what you find out, Sifo. Because if they're nice tactiles, I'll probably try it out. I've been trying to look for something new that's not a linear, or that's not the typical tactiles I've used before. Like I have several builds with MX Clears. I've done several builds with Mod M's, Browns, random stuff here and there. Like I've obviously tried like Holy Pandas and all that kind of stuff, but I don't like it. There's not much anymore. That's like not actually like that's like actually different for a tactile switch in MX. Stock penguin hot trash though. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like at the point where you've tried non-stock switches, it's very hard to go back to stock. Or at least in general, like stock tends to be pretty bad because there's like that spring crunch and whatnot. Yeah, it's just hard to justify staying stock when you know you wouldn't. Alright, I think this is enough for now. Do you guys lube springs with 2.5? Oh no. I use this to lube springs. I use Victorinox tool oil. It looks like this. There's very little of it left here, but this is the bottle. What the bottles look like. It actually is kind of like a little yellowish. The oil. I think I have a full bottle here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I have a new one here, but I use this. It's cheap. It works. So it's cheaper than Crytox. It's kind of like it's not like super viscous. It's still an oil, but it's a little on the heavier side. But it just works. Just enough to coat the spring is just okay. Looks like vape juice. Yeah, kind of. Stabs. What's the difference between the yellow oil and the white oil? Wait, I don't have any white oil. The bottles were, the one bottle was basically empty. Do you coat the whole thing or just the ends though? I just put them into a tub. Look. I have Tupperware for my springs. I have this thing from, it's like one of those Chinese takeout containers. I just chuck them in there, put a bunch of oil and just shake it. Shake, and then let it drip. And then I just pull them out using tweezers and yeah, put them into the switch. So yeah, they're fully coated, basically. I guess the internet is stable. You try using LSD oil or motor oil before? No, because I never bother sourcing if what I'm using is already working, I don't need to get a different thing. Like it's unless someone wants to give me a sample of it, sure, but otherwise I don't think I need to buy it. Why tub instead of bag? Because it's less wasteful. Also, because I like not wasting plastic. So each time I do it, I would have a new bag. Yeah, it's wasteful. Do you break in switches before lubing them? Nowadays not really. I don't bother. Too lazy. It's probably because in that foam, yeah, the foam is purposefully used. I use it purposefully so that it accentuates the sound, and I can actually hear it. Like, you know, if you don't use foam, then it's like... Okay, I think the stabs are okay. I don't really see any issues with them. They're not rattling, they're not sluggish. So that's good enough. I don't really need to be too picky. Don't fix it if it's not broken. I pretty much always use step caps lock if I have a choice. Even if I program that to be control, I still use stepped. It just looks better, feels nicer to me. Looks better mostly is the reason, but that's why I use step caps lock. Need another hot swab for that purpose. Oh, for breaking in. What's the tiger at the back doing? Chilling? Is he real? Does he look real? I guess the... I guess the people who made it then did a good job. Stop doing them because EPT step caps is scuffed. Oh, I guess, yeah, the EPT step caps is a bit warped, yeah. That is true. But I still use step caps anyway. I don't care. Just looks better. Is it time to hug JD? Well, if someone redeems it. Watch a funny video. Big cats only attack you when your back is to them. Yeah, because it's like their hunter instinct, right? Like they're trying to sneak up. Like they're trying to sneak up on you. Kind of like when you put like a toy, like when you play around with those toys. Like cat toys, and you like hide it behind a wall or something, and you're like teasing them. They're like going to chase after it. Right? There you go. Okay. All right. One sec. We'll do these, and then I'll. Zookeepers wear fake masks behind their heads. Oh, that's actually kind of smart. That's interesting. I did not know that, actually. That's the first time I hear about it. The zookeepers using a mask thing. I actually did not know about that. That's interesting to hear. finish this row and I'll bring JD over. Alright, cool. Alright, as long as the switches are clipping into a plate. JD! JD! Ooh. Alright. Hello, this is JD. Say hi. Did this man lift the tiger with one hand? Oh shit. I'm dropping switches. Kiss him. Oh, pog. But on the mouth though? No, man. Got them germs. Cooties. Cat cooties. Gotta get some weird variant of some weird bacteria. Anyway, it's already been like 2 hours and we're like not even to the soldering section. So slow. No love? What do you mean no love for Tiger? He gets plenty of love. Look at how chill he is. He's so comfortable. So easygoing. Doesn't even need to meditate because they're in true calm. In a perfect home. I'm just saying bullshit. Taco Game, hello. Any chance Canon Keys will keep the Prophet in stock like the Savage? No, I don't. No. I don't think so. Because the Prophet is not a Canon Keys design. The Prophet is a cable car design keyboard. It's made by West Foxtrot is the name of the username of the designer. So it's like a collab basically. I mean they're just using Canon Keys as the vendor. Kind of like 7V and Novel Keys. Like the board is was designed by Gawk. But it's not like Novel Key's gonna keep that in stock, right? So yo, Kimchi Jody boy, what's up, man? How you doing? Sorry, trying to unbend the pin here. Oh, the pins got bent. Ah, shit. Yo, what the hell do you do with bent pins like that? I think I have enough switches without having to resort to unbending that damn pin though. So I think I'm good. Oh yeah, I do have enough switches. Okay, cool. Alright. Awesome. Okay. I used to back up my tweezers to squeeze them straight. Yeah, I do the same thing, but that one in particular was a bit difficult to work with. It was like really bent closely to the same pin, so a little bit hard to unbend. Okay. Okay, looks good. Let's solder my thing. Ooh. Ugh. Damn it. Is KB Lab still a thing? I thought they closed. No, they're still a thing. We still have an active website. Maybe it's a little bit less active since a lot of people are in Discord and stuff. But that's like saying, is Keycaps still a thing? It's like, yeah, Keycaps still there, but people interact a lot more on like Discord and stuff, right? Same thing. Using my friend's Profit with alpacas, definitely a bit pricey of a board. If I had the FE money, I would go in on this so fast. Really? Really, really? That's good to know. I'm kind of excited. Try this. Alright, you're gonna hear some noise from the fan. Hold up. Alright. Let's talk about sponsors. So the first sponsor we have is actually Keys, who is the vendor for the proxy this particular keyboard, the Prophet. Oh my gosh. I like accidentally stabbed that into the phone. Okay, got rid of that. Alright, so Keys, currently on Keys, actually, I think, so tonight is actually the last day to purchase the Tiny Makes Things desk mat, which is available in the small bunny variant and a large bunny variant, but today's the last night to get that. It's on cankeys.com for $17, retail plus shipping. So today's the last day. It's actually, like, technically it's already past midnight in the East Coast, so I would highly suggest checking out the desk mat if you're interested. Today's going to be the last chance to get it. And then also on Keys, we currently have GMK Shui, which is the white on black key set with traditional Chinese character-based, like, modifiers, basically. So, and there's like, it's basically white and black with Chinese sub-legends as well. So I highly recommend checking GMK Shui out. There's some desk mats and some other cool stuff going on with that particular group buy. That one ends on the 1st of February, I believe. Then there's also Cat Crusader, and I think today is also the last day for the M7 modular keycaps. And there's also the Geek-Arc PVT Lancelot keycaps, which are cherry profile keycaps, produced by the studio that did the OA switches. Alright, next vendor we have is going to be Omnitype. Omnitype is currently remodeling their website, so once they have remodeled, they'll announce that through their newsletter, but I believe you can go on their website and sign up for the newsletter. But they're rebranding from Dixie-Mech to Omnitype. I'll share more news when they have reopened. If you haven't seen their Instagram stories, Omnitype has actually just received a large batch of desk mats, so you can expect a lot of different desk mat designs to go on sale after they reopen. I'm sure we'll see more group buys and other things. Next up is Mint Autumn. You can head on over to mintautumn.com just to check out what projects they're working on. They have been working on the Rukia Round 2 group buy for now. And they will continue to work on that project along with other things such as making ultra high molecular weight polyethylene cases. The Irma is going to be the TKL variant of that. Rukia Round 3 maybe would come in this particular plastic, so worth checking out. They also have a Discord server that you can join from their website and interact with community members. there that are talking about the Rukia and all the other projects by Mint Autumn. Question for you: how are the Alpacas V2 compared to other linears? They're very, very, very smooth. I think compared to like a Cherry MX switch, it's definitely smoother. Compared to most Gadaros, it's smoother. It's extremely smooth. I think compared to other JWK switches, it's pretty comparable. Very, very similar. Very close. I think the difference is very minimal, in my opinion, like between V1s and V2s. So, especially after you lube them, those differences kind of go away. So I personally do recommend Alpaca V2s. They're pretty nice. They're very nice switches. There's a V2? Yeah, there's Alpaca V2s, yes. There's V2 Alpacas. There's basically small changes to the housing and the stem, but the colors remain largely the same. I think the housing might be slightly darker maybe than this second batch. But yeah. Dojicon is a JWK recolor? Yes, it is. The Dojicon is indeed a JWK recolor linear switch. Alright, next sponsor that we have is going to be Novelkeys. You can head on over to novelkeys.xyz. First of all, you can check out with any in-stock product from Novelkeys using the promo code THUNDER. You get 5% off as a discount for using the promo code for any in-stock item. And over on Novelkeys, we currently have GMK Awaken by Bib. Very interesting key set by Bib, very colorful and a lot going on. Very interesting modifiers that you probably should check out if you're interested in that kind of like aesthetic. And then there's also the NK65 Awaken Edition. It comes in this like digital green sort of color. Very cool edition of the NK65. So I highly suggest checking that out. It comes with custom made basically NK silk switches, as well as a case and cable and all that you would need for your first mechanical keyboard. It's a very good deal. Bang for the buck. Yo, Basic, hello, how are you? Is that Prophet I see? Yes, it is the Prophet. I might want to pick them up. They're kind of a step above other linears. The Alpaca V2s? Yeah, Alpaca V2s, they definitely are very, very nice switches. What are some good keycap sets for an E-white keyboard? Pretty much anything that's like relatively neutral in color, like anything that's gray, black, white is good. I think EPVT has some white sets as well. They have like EPVT black on white, I believe, and there's also like Kuroshiro, but I'm not sure if that one's in stock anymore. I think that one you might have to get in the aftermarket, but there's also like black and white. I think Novelkeys used to have black and white cherry PVT. But anyhow, other group buys on Novelkeys. There's a Breaking Bad Desmat group buy. That one's ongoing until the end of the month. Tonight was actually the last night for SA Recall. I think it should still be open, SA Recall. You can go check out SA Recall if you're interested in this particular colorway. It's open tonight's the last chance for you to get it. Normally it would, its SS is closed today, but sometimes the vendors will close it the morning after, so it might still be open. So check out SA Recall. Next up, we have Prime Keyboards, primekeyboards.com/lightning. Over there, very, 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 very soon, we will have the Meridian in-stock sale collaboration with AIO3, a split 60% keyboard that you should definitely check out. Just type on Meridian Geekhack on Google, and you'll find a Geekhack thread that links to the interest check of this keyboard. It looks very, very nice. I believe Teha Type's Nathan Kim built a prototype of it. It looked great. And I think it's worth checking out if you're interested in 60% and specifically split keyboard layouts. Split ergonomic keyboard layouts. It's not fully split, but it's like kind of like similar to the Alice. Oh, whoa. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Project Keyboard. On Project Keyboard, I believe, so today, Saturday the 16th, is going to be the last day on Project Keyboard to purchase GMK Stealth and all the related accessories. So I suggest checking out Project Keyboard if you're interested in Stealth. I personally like the desk mats and the Rama keycaps, for example. So I highly suggest checking those out if you're interested in something kind of different. But GMK Stealth itself is a pretty nice darker theme set with some splash of color in the accents. Highly suggest checking that out. There's also extras for Sumi desk mats, as well as there's also some pre-orders available, I believe, for Noir, Dolchar 5, and maybe even and then I think Sumi also is gonna be available for pre-order now. Alright, so let's just test while we continue. Next up we have Salvin.com. You can head on over to Salvin.com to check out Mr. Salvin's different projects. Currently in stock he has WT60D and WT60G Graphite Edition PCBs. The Graphite Edition PCBs will be compatible with a lot of other Wilbitech Edition keyboards, such as the different Keycult keyboards, among others. Yeah, it's just a new colorway variant. It comes in this nice grayscale color. And Salvin also has a lot of projects with Keycult, with a lot of different keyset collaborations. I highly suggest checking out Salvin's projects. He also has a project with Hungerworks Studio for the synth, which is a tool for artisan keycap molding and sculpting. A very, very, very cool tool. If you're getting into artisans and you want to try a hand at sculpting and creating molds, the Synth V3 is pretty much all you need to start off. But there's other methods to do it, but the Synth is very refined, very, very well engineered. Next up, we have Space Cables, spaceholdings.net. Salvin is now indeed authorized to machine and sell Keycaps in-house, which is pretty poggers. Indeed, it is a very poggers. That means that we will have European centered Keycult sales as well. So very good news for folks in Europe. But in general, it also increases the number of Keycult keyboards out there. Great way to balance out the demand in the community for them. And finally, again, Space Cables or spaceholdings.net. You can head on over there to check out different collabs for cables. I believe there is Bento, Crusader, Awaken, Marshmallow. They just had extras for Islander, I believe 80s After Night, Kojiro. GMK Kojiro is also live. And they also have the Space Cables collaboration Dust Mat, which you can also purchase. And there's also Loop Stations by Space Cables. Of course, they do more than just cables, so you can expect a lot of cool projects coming from them. And they've been starting to proxy group buys for GMK and all that stuff as well. So you'll definitely see more Space Cables activity in this particular year. So that should cover the sponsors. Do you know any vendors selling Alpaca V2s? I believe only Prime KB sells them. So if Prime KB is out, you'll have to just get some in the aftermarket. Okay, I like putting bump-ons on my keyboard, so I'm gonna put these bump-ons first. But yeah, I don't know any other vendors selling alpacas, unfortunately. But they do restock every so often. So just actually joining their Discord is a good idea. They do notifications there. Their newsletter also notifies people for new drops and whatnot. So if you're looking for retail valued switches from them or other accessories, Prime KB does have a lot of cool stuff, but alpacas will be restocked in the future at some point. Is that white kind of creamy? Nah, it's pretty white. It's pretty white. I think the lighting might just change how it looks, but it's pretty white. It's kind of milky, rather. It's like a milk white. It's actually nice. It's like a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty white. Honestly. Pretty bright white, yeah. Alright, switches look nice and flush, which is a good thing. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. Let's check it out. Ooh, I'm excited. Hold up. I need to align the USB port, I believe. Alright, so I want to show you the guys how this is actually structured. Very interesting. Look how flush this is. The pin is not even visible. The plate is exactly flush with the circular pin right here. You guys see that? How flush that is? The pin is perfectly sized for the thickness of the plate. So there's completely flush here, completely flush here, completely flush on all four corners. So it's pinned by these four corners where these little pins grab onto the plate. Very, very cool design, but we'll put it to the test. All right, let's put this on. Okay. More flush than a toilet bowl, god damn. I find it so fun how every switch sounds pretty much the same due to even mounting. Oh, is that how it is? Oh, interesting. I have not tried this yet, so we'll see. I'll also bring the scale to weigh it because it is very light. There's no internal weight, there's no external weight, there's nothing like that. It's just aluminum. It's just regular, good old aluminum and a PCB and a plastic plate. Poggers, Mr. Viper, hello. Good day, 10 Peaches. Hi, how are you? How's your weekend going, actually? I hope you've had a good Saturday so far. It's like it's afternoon for you. Alright, so we have assembled our... How are your push-ups? They're good. I do definitely feel like I'm out of shape, unfortunately, but they're okay. I did the 20 as promised. This is what the profit looks like, all built. Alright, let's get the scale and let's also choose keycaps. So what keycaps do you want to put on this, eh? I'll give you some options along with the other ones that I put earlier. Let me get the sets thing. Okay, let me see what options do we have. Wait, how do I visualize this better? Okay, great. Excuse me, hold up. Yeah, sure, you can just wait, what? Nani? Oh, okay, yeah, I missed something. I used minimal. I think I also have, where's beige again? Oh, here it is. Here, P? GMK? Alright, I'm gonna show sets. Choose. Maybe I'll just say the things that you like, and I'll choose maybe 4 or 5 of them, and we'll do a poll, and you guys will vote, and then we'll move from there. $9.09 or minimal should be good. Yeah. Hello, chat. Are you like there? Hyperfuse will look interesting. Sandstorm, huh? Striker? You guys want to see Striker on that? Interesting choice. I personally don't feel like Striker, but okay. Stormtrooper is a good one though. I like Stormtrooper. Minimal or Stormtrooper is kind of the same, but Stormtrooper actually has original OG. I mean, like, icon plus text. Handerbite? Oof. I'm actually gonna veto Handerbite. Handerbite is illegal today. I'm actually not feeling Handerbite. Sorry, Viper. Refund. Veto. You're wrong. Yeah, Handerbite's not the move. I don't feel like it. I think it's fine, but like, I don't know. I feel like every time it gets suggested, so I just don't feel like Handerbite. Alright, so I'll do a Tater Hater. Tater Hater indeed. Alright, let's do a poll. I've been seeing some Stormtrooper. Let's see. I've been seeing some Stormtrooper. I've been seeing some... I guess I saw some Striker. CRP or Beige, I think. Tar on white would look hectic. Might be, yeah. Maybe I'll choose one more. Mizu. Yeah, sure, Mizu. Hyperfuse. Okay, I think, yeah, Hyperfuse, Mizu, Stormtrooper, Striker, CRP, or Beige. I think, yeah, that's a good variety. They should all look pretty interesting. Which key set on white gamer keyboard? So they said Stormtrooper, CRP, Beige, whatchamacallit, Striker, Hyperfuse, and what did I say? Mizu. Alright, vote. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Oh my god, there's so many votes for a Striker. That's kind of disappointing. I actually kind of didn't want it, but I just put it up anyway. CRP is so hard to find. Yeah, if you didn't participate in the group buy, it can be a bit expensive and hard to find. Or well, not hard to find, but it's more like expensive to buy because people are going to be flipping in the aftermarket. Should I just veto Striker down? Kind of don't like Striker around the white. I actually think Striker looks better on darker boards because the blue is actually really deep. I just had a bit of jerky, man. Can a man not have his jerky? I actually have a salad here too that I could eat. Kind of getting hungry. Gawk did the thing though. Okay. Alright. Hyperfuse it is. Gawk pulled through. Hyperfuse. Let's go. Alright. Where's my Hyperfuse set now? Oh yeah, I forgot. Gawk. Hyperfuse the Hyperfuse Origins or Hyperfuse Round 2. Those I have those two. I have both of them. Gawk. Which one do we want? I mean, I'm gonna look for them. R2. R2. Or Origins. Origins has a bit of a gray tone to the alphas, though. Hyperfuse? Oh, here's my purple mods. Oh, I don't even need them. Never mind. Haven't seen Hyperfuse in a while. Yeah, I know. I actually use this quite a lot. It actually has a bit of shine. Good old shine to it. I'm not sure. Is this a set I have with shine? I used to have a... Oh, I think R1 might have been the one I shined a lot. But yeah. But I think I sold the R1 set. Alrighty. This is the time, Mr. Jeff Leopard, if you're out there. If you want to redeem for some resin. This is the time to choose a maker, perhaps, or a sculpt, perhaps. But if you don't want it, it's fine. I haven't organized my caps, so I'll just have to go look for some. Does R1 have R5 bottom row? No, no Hyperfuse round has R5 bottom row. Pretty sure. Also, I think I have the accent kit for this, so let me go get that. It's just somewhere, it's somewhere in my little drawer thing, but I'm just gonna have to look for it. Yo, Mr. Hedge, hello. Lightning, thanks so much for tips on soldering. I was able to successfully solder my F18X. Ooh, congratulations. I am happy for you. That is very fantastic. What happened to Hyperfuse? 5 years for a group buy? I believe some people have not even gotten their Hyperfuse yet. You still using that Mysterium acrylic build? You mean the Discipline? That was not mine. That was a client's build. So I didn't keep that. Unfortunately. I'm actually sad this is not an HHKB. I was tempted to choose HHKB actually, but I kind of figured I wanted winkeyless, so. But I was tempted to choose HHKB actually for a while. But yeah, I like both though, so I don't mind either. Step caps. Do I have a purple enter too? Oh, I do. Purple enter or cyan enter? Purple enter or cyan enter? I'll give Gawk the first choice, and then if he doesn't choose, then I'll go with the one. Or gray. Yeah, sure. Gray is also a choice. Gray is also a choice, by the way. You can just go gray. I'll give Gawk the first choice. If Gawk doesn't say anything in like 10 seconds, I'll just choose one from chat. Hey everyone, Noob here. What do you think of the Novelty Silk series? The Novelty Silk series are great. They come pre-lube with 2.5 grade 0, and people still will lube them even if they are like stock and lubed, but They're very nice switches. I highly recommend them. Gawk left and set to leave it to Peaches. Really? I passed my command to teach. Oh, need to go for. Oh, very nice. Okay, 10 Peaches has the command. Cyan it is. Cyan. Boom. I did not notice that. Sorry, I didn't see. Sorry, Gawk, I didn't catch you. I hope you have a good dinner. Have we chosen the artisan we're gonna put on this? Let me find some purple or cyan artisans. Let's find some random stuff. Do I have any purple or cyan here? Nope. Do I have any purple or cyan here? Nope. Keyporas, TP2. Where's Jeff Leopard when we need him? Hmm? Where's Jeff Leopard when we need him? Gone when it matters the most. Oh well. Veteran Clack? Veteran is only Topper too, so... Oh, do you have the Hyperfuse Fugu? Oh, no, I actually don't have the gray one. I have the purple one though. P1 purple? P1 purple? I have a purple one, but it's not P1, I think. Oh no, it's close. I have this purple. I have this purple. Too light? It is a bit light. Actually, it's kind of similar. If you, it is slightly light actually. Yeah, it is slightly light. Too light. Hype abused bongo? Is there even such a thing? I don't think there is such a thing. Like, switch puller. Nay, fine. It still looks good. Yeah, I know. Okay. Someone choose something. I need to find caps though. My caps are a mess right now. Like they're like in plastic bags, and like in some cases and stuff. Because I was like organizing them the other day and I just didn't finish. Oh! I found the perfect keycap. The foe. Just kidding. It's a blank though. We'll just leave it. Forget about it. If no one wants to pick, I'm gonna leave the foe on. Mr. Defoe, the prophet of 2021.
Hey, me and my friends starting keyboard business soon. We will have a small store and keyboard stuff and we will open for commission too, but don't know what's your view if you're planning to open a keyboard shop.
Hey, what? I mean, good luck with your keyboard business. We have a small store and keyboard stuff we'll open for commission too, but we don't know what's your view if you're planning to open a keyboard shop. What do you mean? I'm not planning to open a keyboard shop. I mean, what do you mean keyboard shop? I'm not a vendor, if that's what you're asking. So, thank you so much for the tip though. But, I don't know what kind of thoughts you want to know. Can I come visit your keyboard shop? Can I come visit your keyboard shop? But if, like you mean if I opened a shop? What do you mean by keyboard shop? Like what exactly? Are you selling switches? Are you selling just keyboards? Are you doing a build service? You should elaborate a little bit. I think as long as you're honest and you sell a service that people actually want to use, then it'll be fine. I think, yeah, that goes a long way. And I guess start small, start with a small clientele, build some trust among the community, right? Okay, there's actually a shop in custom keyboards in Tokyo. You mean Yusha Kobo? Yeah, I know that Yusha Kobo is a thing. It's a physical store. It's just like the TX keyboard shop, right? Trust very important. Oh yeah, very important. Yeah. The TX store has a physical shop. Indeed. All right. Let's try this. I heard Mechanist is planning to open a physical shop like Yusha Kobo in Norway. That'll be interesting. I wonder what kind of outcomes they'll have from that. But yeah, Sony Hoki, I think building trust. I think that's the number one most important step of any kind of clientele-based business. You want to build trust among your clientele and among your possible customer base, and then start small. You know, if you're putting prices, start with small prices, and then you can grow bigger as you get a little bit of rep, and people start trusting what you're doing. And yeah, be honest. Don't hide behind like silly shortcuts, or worse yet, just straight up lying about stuff you're doing. All right, so this is like really tight. Okay. All right. About one Huey away. Okay. All right. Let's try this out. So this is a Profit with H1 switches. Profit with H1 switches on a polypropylene plate. Lubed with Tribosys 3204 and has 62 gram springs, I believe. Yeah, let's give this a shot. It's the first time I try this Profit, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Ah! Let's try again. Ah. I like stumbled here on this one, but sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty nice. I'm gonna try this again. I actually want to do it without my earphones on. So let me try this one more time. It sounds very crispy. Sounds like linears. Yeah, sounds like a keyboard. Alrighty, let's try this again. Ah. Whew. Alright, 127. Not bad. Not bad. Chat kind of got quiet for a sec. Alright. So this is what it sounds like. Oh. That's interesting. It does sound very even. This board actually sounds very even. Yeah. It sounds even. Alright, here are the mods. You want to try it with uniform profile? Should we try uniform profile? I actually have a uniform profile set. I have a DSA set that we can try. You remember the Winkeyless 160? Oh yeah, the Winkeyless 160 that I built for Mr. Poner had a palm plate. That felt pretty good too. It was. First of all, first impressions. First impressions is this board definitely has a soft bottom out, and it feels very even. And it feels very nice overall. Like for a 60%, right? This is definitely what you would look for a 60%. I think I would look for a 60% that has a overall nice sound, and certainly sounds pretty nice with the H1s here. And it also, yeah, it feels soft. Like the bottom out is not harsh at all. So it does feel pretty nice. It's a pretty simple look. It's like a very sleek look. So if you look at, right, so it's a very sleek look, as you can see. Like, yeah, there's the bevels here. There's the back. The port is kind of open like that, which is kind of, I think it would be nice to have a tighter port, but actually, I guess the port is a bit recessed in there, so this is kind of like the only way to do it. Also, because of the design of the case, that this is basically like a shell around the bottom. But yeah, but it's a very light board. Like, I think I could compare it with, like, I don't know, maybe I could bring the Ogre and compare it to that. But because both of them are like aluminum boards with no weights, compared to that. But yeah, this is nice. Let me bring the scale, and I could also bring some uniform profile caps. Actually, I have some DSA stuff lying around. Ooh. All right, so I have some DSA Skull Squadron that we can try. Do you want me to try this? And here's the scale. Oh, I forgot the Ogre. Are people here? Suddenly got really quiet. People are watching, right? Am I connected still to the internet? No. Okay, I'll play music. Alright. Play the next song. Alright, so the weight of this board is... It only weighs about just exactly 2 pounds, pretty much. So that's 903 grams in this case, but basically just 2 pounds. Whereas I actually have the Ogre here as well. Here's the Ogre. The Ogre weighs 2 pounds. It's pretty much the same. I guess this one has wind keys, so maybe those factor in. But pretty much weighs the same, 2 pounds, which is 930. It's only a 30 gram difference, which is a couple of caps, a couple of switches, pretty much the same. I would basically consider the same weight. This is the Ogre. Similar design where the bottom is kind of flat and there's like a shell to go around it. I think I like the port on this a lot more. USB-C centered. I think that would have been pretty nice on the Prophet, in my opinion. Unlike this port here, I personally think that centered port, USB-C and flush would have been great, but well, this is how it goes. And the weight is about the same. And as far as impressions go, like oh, the sound is like completely different. So if you compare the Ogre here is built with a full aluminum plate, if I recall. This is a full aluminum plate. And this is MX Blacks, so different switches. And then this is the Prophet. The hollower sound of the Prophet is nice. Yeah, it definitely is a bit hollower. More hollow than the Ogre. The Ogre definitely sounds a bit tight. Like everything's kind of like nicely fitted in there. And there's not too much space. And it has a bit of a brighter sound compared to the Prophet. The Prophet definitely has a bit of a deeper sound. A bit more hollow sounding, like a bit more spacious. What's a Prophet build? Just the exclamation build. You'll see what it is. Amanda Kapoor. It's the white keyboard on the top. The bottom one here is the Ogre. Just comparing the two, they're both about 2 pounds in weight, about 900 grams, 930 grams, pretty much about the same weight. And we're just comparing the two. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask. So, got to make food for wife. Thank you for stream, Diego. Good night. Good night, OC Jaden. Have a good evening, and I hope you enjoy your food. I hope that your wife also enjoys the food that you make. We can try doing we can try building this thing if you guys want me to. Which one's better? They're both nice boards. I'll be honest. I think I like the look of the Ogre better, actually. These beveled edges are nice. These chamfers are kind of nice, but I actually like the simpler look of the Ogre, and with the different proportion bezels, like with the thicker top and bottom bezels and the thinner sides. I like the look of the Ogre better overall. The USB-C port with the centered, uneven bevel with sharp corners. So aesthetics wise, Ogre way better in my opinion. Just looks nicer, it looks cleaner. I think the Prophet sort of has a bit definitely has some sharp corners. Just a few things that I would probably change about it. Same thing about these chamfers, like you could see a bit of the cusp here. So I mean, that's not like the port obviously is not as attractive. But I mean the bottom is pretty much the same. It's a light flat. Nothing special about it. The sound of Prophet definitely has it has character. It definitely is interesting. But first of all, it's the first time I'm trying this polypropylene plate. Shows the flags. Sure. I mean, it's not like it's not as noticeable, but I mean, you can definitely see it a little bit, but it's not crazy. Like I mean, you can see it like move a bit. I wish I could like have it. How do I hold it more? How do I hold it steadily so that you can actually see what's happening? I mean, like, it's not much movement. It's a full plate. Prophet gasket mount? No, Prophet is a pin mount. Basically, there's pins at each corner that hold the plate nice and, like, they just suspend the plate essentially on top of the bottom piece, and the top housing literally just lies over it without applying pressure. So the top housing doesn't really apply pressure at all. But the bottom part is just a way. It's basically a tray to hold the plate in at the four corners. But it's very, very sturdy. I think the plate definitely factors in a lot. I feel like if this were a half plate, I think it would make a lot of difference. I think if this were a half plate, it would definitely move around a lot more. Kind of sounds like a leaf mount. Yeah, maybe. I haven't tried, like, for example, I have not tried the thermal, for example, so I can't tell you about it. Is that GMK Monokai material? No, it's just GMK Oblivion. GMK Monokai material hasn't even run, I feel. I don't know, wait, it did run, right? Oh yeah, it did run. I didn't buy it. That's why I didn't realize. Alright, this is GMK Oblivion. I think round 2, but yeah. But yeah, pretty sturdy. The bottom out is definitely soft on the Prophet. Yeah, compared to the aluminum plate, it's definitely a bit softer. Will you be getting the Mr. Sleeves round 2? Depends on the kit, probably. If the kit looks the same, then no. If the kit looks different and there's an incentive for me to buy it, then maybe. But I probably wouldn't need 2 of them. So, yeah. Yeah. Hello, hello, socialite. Hello. Ouch. For some reason, my finger hurts. Weird. All right. I can try testing the uniform caps if you guys really want me to, but I think it's pretty trivial. But overall, the sound of the, I like this creamy sound of the Prophet though. I like both though. I mean, I personally don't think I would. I don't feel like I would feel at a loss for having either. But both boards are certainly nice. But I do like the aesthetic of the Ogre a lot more. How would you compare Ogre to Unicorn M68? M68 is pretty stiff. M68 first of all has that it has that integrated plate, so that one's pretty, it's like pretty stiff, and it's also HKB only and whatnot. The Unicorn on the other hand, it's a tray mount with an O-ring gasket, and when you just put the O-ring gasket and you don't like screw it down on the tray, on the assembly, then it kind of just sits there with friction. It has a bit of room to move in there. It actually kind of tends to just fall to the bottom of the tray. So the Unicorn actually does feel like it's kind of like being held by this like piece of rubber at the edges, and like it kind of has this bouncy feel to it, which I think it's kind of like more exaggerated than in other, like than in top mount cases, or than in like sandwich cases, for example. So I think that the Unicorn tends to have a bit of a more bouncy feeling if you like that a lot. But just keep in mind that it is like a tray, so overall, like it's just really relying on that friction of the O-ring. I wonder if it would ever like wear down, but I don't think so. I think it would just be there fine. Are drop keyboards good after making some mods? Maybe, but I'm not sure how much I'm not sure how worthwhile that would be. I would rather just buy a Leopold and do the mods on that rather than get a drop keyboard. Any keyboard can be good with mods, yeah. I mean, like, custom keyboards a long time ago were always, I mean, like, or at least what people used to do all the time was buy pre-builds and modify them themselves. So any keyboard can be good with mods, yeah. Like Philcos can be good with mods, Leopolds can be good with mods, doesn't matter. But yeah, drop keyboards are definitely kind of expensive too, right? They come with all the gimmicky stuff like RGB and whatever, but it's kind of expensive. Varmil and Leopold are my pick for pre-builds. Yeah, same here. They come with nice keycaps. The construction of the cases is actually pretty good. They look pretty clean. Yeah. Exclamation Discord without the space in between. If you want to find the Discord link, it's also below on the panels. Vermilio doesn't have Hypro case, which is sad. They don't? They don't? I thought they did. They thought they did. Oh, it's not plugged in. Do they not? I thought they did. Yeah, they do. They do. I'm pretty sure they do. Like, I know that I at some point messed around with a low profile one, but I'm pretty sure they do have high profile, like VA87s and stuff. Have a B18X, F18X coming in next week. Have you tried the PCB mount on that yet? Nope, not the PCB mount. I don't have the conversion kit or whatever that is. I would have to proxy that or something, I suppose. I haven't been able to source one. If I could source one, I would probably try it out, actually. I would love to. But, yeah. I have to figure out how to get one. Like, shipping is also not cheap, so there's that. Pick the next keyboard I buy. TKL or 60 only? Okay. Okay, CFO. I think if you're gonna buy a TKL, I would recommend like the Geon Wars F284 that's gonna come up soon. Like later this year. 60%? I mean, honestly, I could recommend trying to find a profit in Mech Market, which is not selling for like a crazy amount. But other than that, let me think. 60% is currently in the market, or like currently going for group buy soon. There was that board by Tom. It was like he like did this in like burgundy. It had like a, I don't remember what it's called. It was basically kind of like similar to Unicorn, but I'm not sure what it's called. Polaris, not Polaris. Isla, yeah, that one. That one looked kind of neat, kind of like simple, very kind of like classic look. Unicorn extras. Unicorn is gonna have a like a round 2 in stock sale at some point. So Unicorn is gonna have a sale soon. So if you join the Singa Discord, you can take a look at the Palmetto. Yeah, the Palmetto was very striking look to it. Yeah, Arslock did show me his Palmetto board. That one is very unique. So if you're into that aesthetic, then Palmetto could be a good choice too. He said it was fine typing wise, so it might be worth looking into that. I mean, I think Arslock has enough keyboards to know what a decent keyboard could feel or like sound like. So I have a feeling like he would try until he gets that right. So the Palmetto might be worth a try. The Rogue, yeah. Rogue! Ion Rogue, later this year, but I'm not sure when. But the Ion Rogue is the next one in the Ion keyboards line, and they have that like cherry lip in the front. So if you're into like that like K-Mac sort of like K-Mac happy sort of aesthetic with the cherry lip, that one's kind of lit. Tinned is from Mechanist, right? Yeah, so Tinned, there's that too. Oh, there's this new one called Nue. I saw this too. By Studio Kestra in Canada, actually. So this would be local to you. Studio Kestra's Nue. I think Alex Oto's just built a prototype. You can actually look at Alex Oto's I think second last build stream. He did the Nue prototype. It comes in colors I like too. Yeah. I think it sounded pretty good and it looked pretty cool. Pretty neat actually. Actually, I really like the accents on that. I like the aesthetic of that. I like the look of the Nue one. What are your thoughts on Topre? I love Topre. I love Topre. I have a Real Force. I have an HKB. Actually, I have several HKBs. But I like Topre. I know that Seafood doesn't like them, but I like Topre a lot. Lube Topre is very unique and it's pretty nice. It's like comfortable to use. So I think, yeah, Topre is like good to go back to. Like if I could have one pre-built that all I have to do is like do a basic mod like lubing the sliders, Topre would be a good choice. Like an HKB or a Real Force for me would be a good choice to just buy and lube and forget about it, you know, use that for a long time. If I didn't have to, like, if my budget was limited to a pre-built, I think that would be a good choice. Bought a Real Force recently, got it today. Feel like I will never be able to go back to normal MX. It is very, I mean, it's like a rubber dome, so like it's completely different from normal MX, yeah. So yeah, new, I don't know how to call it. But yeah, that one looked pretty cool. So there's a good number of 60%s coming, actually. There's a good chunk of 60%s coming. And TKLs, there's never a shortage of them. There's never a shortage of these three. There's never gonna be a shortage of TKL, 60% and 65% in the current market. Why? Because everyone uses them. Topre best tactile IMO. Yeah, some people think that way. I like Topre a lot as a tactile. MX clears are great. Ergo clears are great too. I mean, like nice and smooth ones. Do you think custom Topre is coming? Yeah, it will come at some point. Gonda Lindrum has been working on the Faraday 60, I believe, and that's gonna be a custom Topre PCB. So I guess it's Nue. It's like in French, right? Nue, right? So it's not new, or yeah, it is Nue, I feel. because it's probably French. Yeah. So yeah, custom topper probably comes at some point. I'm not sure when though. Not soon yet, I think. Frog TKL F284 by Geonworks. Those are looking pretty good. What other TKLs? What other TKLs are we seeing right now? Remind me, guys. What other TKLs are there? The Ven. Ven? Oh, the Ven is 65% by Gawk. Anus. Is it Anus or Anus? KFECE, but KFECE already shipped, right? Or is there going to be a pre-order for that? You getting the Deskeys domes? I'm not getting prototypes for those yet. I don't think Kevin Plus didn't reach out to me for that. So if Kevin Plus reaches out to me, I'll try the domes, but otherwise I'll have to buy them. So until the product's out. Yeah. But yeah, Topper stuff would be expensive. They're doing another run? Okay, pre-order later, I see. Got it. Once it already ended, they're doing another one. See, I can't keep up with all these. Kaze, yeah, sure. What's session 1? I'm not sure what session 1 is. But yeah, Kaze by Lolstags and K3Z, right? Yeah. Session 1 is McLovin. Siva, you're keeping up better than I am. I don't know, why are you even asking me? You're better at keeping up with all these current keywords. Kaze looks dang. Top mount PCB. Oh, top mount PCB mounts to the top piece, but it's just a PCB. Playlist. Siva been busy and just indecisive. Yeah. With an LED that you can use to stare into the face of God. Word. Relevant. How'd the build go? Build went well. Pretty smoothly, actually. No issues. I can do a little typing thing. I'm not gonna adjust the mic because I'm too lazy. You can hear it from the mic on this side, so you can just hear what it sounds like. It's so uncomfortable having this ogre as a rest essentially. God, okay. I'm trying to pay attention to chat, but HP's H1s on PP, yeah. Cloud line also very nice. I think that was a TKL with this cloud line thingy. Wait. Wonder when Zeal would come with the 3-in-1 switch. You know when Zeal would come with his 3-in-1 switch? When Xeno is done. So never. Hopefully soon. SMH. Beluga, yeah, Linworks. Beluga is gonna be Linworks' new TKL flagship. That's because it forces you to have better posture. I mean, yeah, I personally prefer typing like I personally prefer typing like back straight and my hands on the elbow rests and like this. Yeah. But yeah. My arms do sit on the table? No. For me, actually, my arms rest on here. But yeah, that's how I type. Is it still TKL? I remember reading something he was considering making Alice Ergo style. No, that's the EM7. Probably what you're talking about. The Alice is inspired from the EM7. The EM7 came before the Alice. But yeah, basically it would be an EM7 rerun. Is this a personal build? Yes, it is. The Prophet is a personal build. You're not supposed to type with a wrist rest. That is correct. Amanda Kapoor, gonna head to bed. Nice standing build. Thank you, thank you. Have a good night. I find wrist rest very uncomfortable. Hola Diego, ¿qué prefieres stilios o black inks? Just switch film, no importa el sonido. La verdad prefiero black ink. Se ven mejor, me gusta más el sonido y son muy similares. Cuestión del uso. Spartan. Yeah. Wait, are you saying we should say EM7 style keyboard other than Alice style? Well, the EM7 actually has an arrow cluster. So the Alice is actually a spin-off from the EM7. Is there a GH2 Beluga or something? No, there's none. Linworks has a Discord server, so if someone can link the Discord server to the Linworks server, the Discord server link to Linworks, that would probably help Amanda Kapoor. But otherwise, yeah, there's a Discord server, and pretty much all of Linworks' operations are happening on the Discord server from now on. And if you're in Korea, it would happen on their blog. DMU for tracking? Okay. So you're supposed to rest on the table while you're typing, correct? Rather than... No, you're not even supposed to rest your wrist anywhere. You're not supposed to rest your wrists. Like, you're supposed to float your wrists. I wish I could show you. Like, basically though, like if this were the keyboard over here, like it would have to float over. Like there would have to be a distance between the table and the wrist. Yeah, that's why elbow rests. That's why for me elbow rests are super useful, because it helps me float the wrist, because it holds my arm at the elbow, like at the pivot here, and it essentially forces my entire arm to just feel like to be straight with the desk and to be parallel to the desk and floating. So that's why I personally really like chairs with arm rests or with elbow rests on the side, and adjusting them to the right height is super important. Yeah. Like playing a piano? Yeah, like playing a piano, yeah. That's actually exactly how it should be. It's like playing a piano. So if you're a pianist, maybe you're good at typing with the right posture. Who knows? My arms are fat, so my wrists float. Oh man. Anyway. I find wrist rest more comfortable by type faster floating, and the comfort difference is negligible. I see. Cool. Corner desks are OP for elbow resting. Oh yeah, I guess I could see that. Alright, is anyone streaming right now? Let's see, I see... Is Straight Chroma still streaming? Wow, holy crap, she's been playing Path of Exile for a while. Alex Happy, Retro Maple, Jinte. My boy Jinte. Who else? I think that's it for keyboards. Yeah, I think once you learn it, it's actually easy to do so. Alright, so one last look at the Prophet before we go. One last look at the Prophet. Here is our Profit. I'm gonna remove the chat box just so that you can see the full thing up close. GMK Hyperfuse, pretty nice. It's been a while since I've seen this set on a board, and it looks very good on the white. How's the E-white? It looks very, very nice. Yeah. Here is the bottom. Profit. I like this font actually. I do like the font that he used for this engraving. The engraving is actually deep, maybe like a millimeter. I'm actually not sure how much distance that is, but it's deep. It looks good. It looks very good. Nice and flat bottom with bump-ons. I don't like the cutout. That's the only. That's a big gripe I have. Cutout is very unrefined. I think this could have been revised and put in the center or something. I don't know. I think it could have looked a lot nicer. Even if it were on the left, it could have. I feel like they could have just made the cutout cleaner. That's a side profile. The caps sink into the case quite nicely. The front, the height is actually not very tall. Very nice keyboard nonetheless. I really do like how this looks. But yeah. 3, 2, 1, boom. You gotta do the. You gotta. I mean, if you're gonna do 3, 2, 1, boom, it's gonna be like 3. It's like 3, 2, 1, boom. But I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I will work my way to paying off for the younger.
Oh, what the? Whoa, mister. I thought you were trying to pay for my new graphics card. Damn, Dennis. Thank you so much for the $50 donation. But remember, it's a donation. Thank you. Thank you so much. That angle is so aggressive. Oh, see, I know. I suck at this whole 3 to 1 boom crap. Yeah. You think it's more advantageous to have centered USB daughter boards or left USB? Advantageous? No. It's just a look thing, Kimchi Jody Boy. It's actually easier to not have daughter boards because, well, you don't have to have an extra cable. You don't have to have an extra daughter, like, PCB thing. But it actually does give you some freedoms as far as there's pros and cons to daughter boards. Pros and cons to it. The main pro of not having one is that you can just slap on that port over there and just have a hole to connect to put into the connector. And that's it. You're done. But at least, but it's also not going to be parallel, right, to the desk. But if you have a daughter board, it's gonna the port is actually going to be flush, and it can be flush, and then it's going to be parallel to the desk. So there's chances to make it look better. And also just by being able to move the daughter board to different locations in the inside of the case, affords you some amount of flexibility. But the problem is that doesn't putting the USB-C into it can affect the flexibility? Well, the flexibility of what? You mean the daughter board? What do you mean the USB-C can affect the flexibility? The flexibility of what? The PCB build? No. I mean, in the case of a daughter board, it's just a cable connecting the PCB and the port. It's just a long cable. So if you just have a long enough cable, there's no slack issues. There's no issue with like things getting taut and caught up in things. But the problem is, yeah, the cable has to traverse the distance somehow. So it could get in the way of things. And I mean, without daughter board, no, I don't think it would affect the flexibility. Couldn't it create a hard point? I think it's negligible. You're talking about the anchor of the USB connected to the keyboard is an anchor point, and it's gonna like cause the entire thing to like not be able to move. I mean, I don't really think this is gonna be that significant. I mean, sure, if you're pulling this, like if you're yanking this thing in the wrong direction, like vertically or something, it could be problematic. I mean, you probably would ruin the PCB because you would probably yank out the connector, or you would actually bend the cable. but yeah, I don't really think it would be that that negative of an effect. Not to that extent, anyway. These cables, there's a Lindy cable. You can just look up Lindy cables on, I think on AliExpress. I think that's where I found it. AliExpress, or I think Amazon might also have it. Just a USB-C coiled Lindy cable. You should be able to find it. All right. But anyway, yeah, I could wear on the USB. Sure, yeah, that's possible. Especially USB Mini. USB-C is can be a lot sturdier. It has a lot more points. It's soldered too, like a lot more joints. It's surface mount though, but yeah. All right, so I think we're done for tonight. It's been a long stream. I actually have to go to bed soon because I need to wake up, and I think someone's picking up the board. But yeah, I got stuff to do tomorrow. So yeah, we can raid Mr. We can raid. You guys decide who to raid. We can raid Alex Happy, Stray Chroma, Retro Maple, Jinte, and I don't see anybody else. So those are the 4 options. Mr. Jinte, you want to see Mr. Yo-Yo Man? Yeah, let's raid Jinte then. Let's just decide and go with it. Alright, people. Thank you so much for... Thank you so much for stopping by to tonight's stream, and thank you so much for the support over the past few weeks. I've had some... I've had some long nights lately, but at least I'm done with that, and I should be able to stream more often. There's a chance I might stream again this weekend. Maybe I'll stream that Camo Filco. And yeah, my queue is empty. So for people out there looking to commission me, if you're interested, my queue is very much open. I pretty much don't have any boards to build. Just saying. I do have some coming in, but they haven't been shipped. So they'll come soon. But I have my own stuff to build. I have like stuff I can do, so that won't be an issue actually. But if you were thinking of filling a form, this is a good chance to be in early, rather than late. So yeah, that's all I got, friends. Did you meet your deadline? Yeah, I mean it was a presentation, so I presented today. None of my boards are here yet. Yeah. Send this man all your boards. I mean, I am not. You can send me boards, but the problem is you gotta pay for the build service. And you know that some people out there doing it for free. No chance, man. No competition. Can't do anything. You got a Vulcan Pro on hold? Yeah, I do. Yeah, we will have a Noxray Vulcan Pro. What is that whiteboard? This is a Profit. We built this today. What the heck is going on with the autofocus today? Alright, there. Make his room look like tubes. Oh, you guys haven't seen my room. I mean, let me show you a brief look. Look at all that. It's a mess over here, but you guys don't see it. So yeah. Vlog? No vlog. No vlog. Alright, we're gonna raid Jinte. Thank you so much again. Where's the alcohol within arm's reach? Right there, actually. Right there. That's a bottle right there. Right there. This is arm's reach, so it's like in the other side of the room. Pretty close. Alright, friends. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I'll probably see you maybe later this weekend or early next week. As usual, I'll ping and post different places. Take care. Again, Dennis, thank you so much for the donos and all the subs and all the gifted subs. You're crazy man. Spending too much money. You shouldn't do that. You don't have to. But yeah, I appreciate it. Alright, take care everyone. Let's go rate Mr. Jinte. Just let's say Yo yo man, meow go raid. Just spam that. All right, let's go. Bye bye.